Hello and a warm welcome back to Talk Norwich City. The biggest game of the Championship calendar is upon us. Swansea City versus Norwich City, and it's live here on TNC. Proudly sponsored by One Football. Go and download it for all of your best footballing stuff. Chris, good to see you. You don't seem nervous. Is that kind of a false kind of facade you're putting on, or are you feeling genuinely good? Friday night. Woo!
Mate, let's go. Let's go. Seriously, this is a big game, and I could not be more excited. The hype is real. The comment section is going up already. It's just absolutely brilliant. And do you know what, Jack? I've got the faith, I've got the belief, and I've got the hope that these boys are going to do the job tonight. I really do. There's a lot of talk about Swansea, a lot of talk, and we're going to see how much of a good team they are today, because Daniel Farke has set out his squad, and this squad are coming to the Liberty Stadium, and this squad and this starting 11 mean business. This is Norwich's time to go on, get one hand on the trophy, and get back to where we belong.
Wow, how many beers have you had? Because that was passionate. We're a minute into the stream. Pace yourself.
Let's go. Come on.
Okay, let's have a look at the teams for this evening. This is Swansea's. We'll go with them first because they're the home side. Woodman in goal. You can read through that. The three that scare me are the front three. Conor Hourihane, a man we know all too much about. He's there on loan. Andre Ayew, capped over 100 times for his international country, and Jamal Lowe, who's found his shooting boots in recent weeks. Swansea, they're in third. They're a very, very good team. Norwich City's team, Tim Krul, Jakob Sorensen returns. We'll be getting on to him in a moment. Ben Gibson, Grant Hanley, Max Aarons. It's an unchanged midfield of Skip and Arup. Poeta stays on the left-hand side. Kenny McLean reintroduced back into the side instead of Mario Vrancic. Todd Cantwell out on the right. Still no Emi Buendia. Worth noting, he has had a 2-match suspension because he's already been sent off this season. And Teemu Pukki up front. Chris, Sorensen returns. Kenny McLean returns. Thoughts?
Really, 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 really happy with both changes. And before I go into that team, Jack, my God, Farke pumped me up in his press conference. He is, honestly, if you've not watched Daniel Farke's press conference, it was brilliant. It was passionate. It was fiery. It was angsty. It was almost agitated. Passion bursting from his Bavarian sausage coat. It was just brilliant. Like he just spoke with so much fire, and I just have so much faith in what he said. And look, I think this team are going to do this tonight. I really do. And, Daniel Farke has basically, said, look, calm down. We are top of the league. We're above our average points total, compared to the best ever Norwich City season in the Championship, which was, of course, under Daniel Farke. And I quite like that. I quite like the fact that he came out fighting with his boxing gloves on. In terms of those players that he's brought in tonight, Jack, Giannoulis, for me, has shown a couple of real good moments, 3 or 4 actually, where I've gone, I tell you what, that's why we signed him. That turn of pace, quick feet, and a player that can really bomb on. But this is a game that I think we know that this Norwich team want to win tonight. And, we've said it loads of times. I genuinely think that Jakob Sorensen became the best left back in the league. I genuinely believe that, and I've only had half a Lakens. And for me, getting him back in, it really solidifies things. I think if I was to possibly constructively criticise Dimitris Giannoulis so far, I think it's that physicality of the Championship and he's just not quite up to speed, perhaps.
And that's fine, isn't it? Because it takes a while.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. But the big thing tonight is Kenny McLean. The engine is back in this side again. It kind of felt like we were just this car chassis without the engine in the last game, and I am buzzing to see him back. I think he'll bring a lot to this team. He'll keep things ticking. But mate, honestly, all of those boys on that pitch today are super pumped up. Timmy Krul is is so pumped for this game. I cannot even begin to tell you. So, like, honestly, everyone is like, I put out a poll on my Twitter earlier. A lot of people are nervous, but a lot of people are pumped, and a lot of people are a bit of everything. But I can tell you one thing for free. These Norwich City players are not going to Liberty Stadium to get a draw tonight, Jack. They are going to Liberty Stadium to get their flag in the sand and say, Norwich City are here, and this is our league to win.
Definitely. Brilliant to see so many of you this evening. We're expecting bumper numbers. It's the biggest game for Norwich City so far this season. Great to see the Nodge GC involved. It's a Nodge GC takeover, according to the people in the comments section. Invite all of your friends. Let's get involved. It's a Friday night. Open a beer. The work week's done, unless you work in the weekend like me. Brilliant place to get involved. Let's have a look at some of the super chats that are coming in. Bevan, Bedford, Norwich GC, massive. Big up to all of you. Thoughts on Poiheta over Anel?
Not happy about it, to be honest with you.
No.
I'm surprised that Mr. Farke has stuck with him, I have to admit, but I'm willing to trust him, and I do trust him. And I know that he'll do a good job tonight. I've got every faith in it. There must be a reason why Farke is sticking with him. It's a big call, though. It's a big call. And perhaps, Jack, the reason why he stuck with him is Swansea do play more expansive football. You know, our great opposition preview reminded me, Amy Clement, who came on, who was brilliant.
She was great, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's really knowledgeable. And what she said was that she reminded me of Swansea back in the day. And I think that still is a vibe in Swansea, isn't it? That they play football the right way. And I think that will help PP tonight, because I think Millwall was way too physical for him. We couldn't bring the ball up to the pitch. We weren't feeding him enough because it was very scrappy. Everything was through the middle. Tonight, Jack, I hope that we see our fullbacks bomb forwards, and when we have more width to our game. And I think we'll see that. Jack, one thing I've got to say before we start: don't forget to get your TNC setups in on Twitter and Instagram. All you've got to do, upload it to your story or on your Twitter feed, #NCFC, @Talk Norwich City. Take a picture of your screen wherever you're watching on the planet tonight. And as a thanks for your support, we will retweet and share every single one of them, because we really do appreciate your support. And if you could just get all of your mates in here tonight, this is the biggest game of the season, and you need all of your mates in here. So grab the link, get them involved. I am so hyped for this, Jack. I cannot wait. Really cannot wait.
The super chats are flying in. A big thank you to Max Parsons. So many of the Nodge group chat involved tonight. Great to see all of you boys. Thank you to Max for the super chat. As always, Chrissy Dayton back and involved. It's Friday. The beer is flowing. We're top of the league. City on the telly. Working week is done. And the TNC community out in force. Come on, you yellows. 1-0 up after 8 minutes. Calling it early. Well done, boys. This, I tell you what, Chrissy Dayton, you can tell the beers are flowing, the optimism. I can feel it through my screen.
Chris, thanks so much for the super chat. And speaking of beer, don't forget, all TNC fans get 20% off Laken's, the finest beer in the world. The world. Categorically, factually, isn't it, Jack? As per this ale, voted the best ale in the world, and you can get 20% off. Why wouldn't you? It's down in the YouTube description below.
Adam is literally paying to do our job. Great shout on the Lakens, Jack Valentine. Not sure one keg is enough. We're winning this. Come on, the boys. If you want the Lakens Jack Valentine, it's limited edition, and I got a stock update through today. They only have a few left. So if you want the limited edition Jack Valentine beer from Lakens, 20% off. Get involved quickly. Adam, thank you so much for watching. Sam, Rapinoe goal incoming, upper Norwich group chat. I tell you what, I don't know how many of the Norwich group chat there are, but there's a lot, and they're all donating, and we love you for it. Thank you to Sam. I feel like I've missed the super chat out. Tom, joining Max Parsons, upper Norwich group chat. Another one in the Norwich group chat. Charlie Miller, I'm up for this, boys. Norwich to win, McLean goal. And final super chat, they're flying in. Robin Frost with the $5 Norwich home against Brentford, Watford, Reading, Bournemouth, Stoke and Blackburn. So, chaps, we have them all at home outside of the Swans. Robin, great to have you in this evening. I hope you're well.
There are so many TNC setups coming in, more than ever before on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm going to retweet every single one of them right now. And I just want to say a big up to Chaz Tats, who sent in a video about what he's done. I mean, and I can only say, wow, he's got green and yellow lights. It is popping off. This could be the TNC setup of the evening. Can you beat it? We had Sheep last week. We had Belarus the week before that. Get them in, people. Why wouldn't you? This is the biggest watch along of the season. Welcome along. 550 of you. And Jack, it's time to talk about score predictions.
Well, I was about to say that me and you are very much living life on the edge this evening. We think we have a stream for this game, although I still can't see Norwich or Swansea on my screen. So 5 minutes till kickoff, and at the moment we don't actually have a stream. I hope you're all well, everyone. A couple more super chats. Oh my goodness, they're flying in. I love this. It's Friday night. Championship coverage is coming on my screen. This is great news. Simon playing Red Dead Online and watching you guys to relax from this stressful match. That doesn't sound like too much of a meditative state, but Simon, great to have you along. And here's Norfolk's finest farmer. Is he out of the lamb shed tonight? Evening, boys. I've managed to get in from the lambing shed for this one to win. Norwich to win 2-1. Look, you know it's a big game when Simon have abandoned the lambs. Swansea's on my screen. Chris, can you confirm you can see it?
I can confirm I can see it, Jack. I'm not going to dare make it full screen, but I can see it, and that will do. And I tell you what, if you could see what was around my screen in advertisements right now, you would all be laughing. Welcome.
Well, I've got an advert, Chris. Sorry, it says your wife will surely appreciate this tip tonight. Now, I don't know if they've seen your cheesy knob cheese from last episode.
Yeah, it's quite something. It really is. And there is some very, very lively advertisements. Anyway, swiftly moving on, I want to ask the great people of the TNC Watch Along, get your score prediction. Not everyone else's. Get your true, honest score prediction in. Yeah? Maybe a bit of your head and a bit of your heart. Let's do what we do in the opposition preview. What's your head saying? What's your heart saying? Get it in the comments, and I'll bring up as many on the screen as possible. But in the meantime, Jack, it's time. No messing around. What is your score prediction?
0-0.
Oh, wow. Straight in. Wow.
0-0. I can honestly smell the draw from here.
Wow. Oh, mate. I'm very surprised.
I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going in with... The thing is, if you set your expectations low, it's only going to get better.
Lovely. Your wife, I went a bit shaky, but that's okay. We'll absolutely vibe with it. Let's get some score predictions on screen. Sam Cushion says 2-1. I hope that's to Norwich and not Swansea. Sam says 3-0 Norwich. Let's make a statement. John Boy says 2-1 Norwich. Here we go, Mr. Radio Floyd. He's in for a big night. He says Swansea 2, Norwich City 3. Max Pike, he's popping off. He says yellows.
Chris, how's my Wi-Fi? Can you see me?
It's a bit better now. Thank you, Jack. 2-0 Norwich, says OJ Gaming Fortnite. And Jack, it's time for my score prediction.
Come on then.
Swansea City 1, Norwich City 3. Let's go. Let's go. This is the time. I'm here. I don't care. I'm not going to hide from how much faith I've got in these boys. I'm not going to say that it's trendy to say 1-0. It's trendy to say 0-0. But, you know, I just back these boys. And speaking of backing these boys, Lotus are doing exactly that. They've got their jackets on. They've come out now for the game. By the way, a couple of three former Norwich City players playing for Swansea in their team, not necessarily starting, because, of course, I think it's Corey Smith is actually injured, possibly. But Ryan Bennett starts centre-back. Lots of praise from Amy Clement, Swansea fan, for his recent performances. And, of course, former loanee Kyle Norton. Will they come back to haunt Norwich City tonight? Robin Frost.
Great to see you, Robin. The Canaries will pluck the feathers of the Swans this evening. Thanks, Robin. A lovely little comment there. Another little super chat coming in from Chrissy Dayton. Let's not go back under Big Bad Bob's cheesy sheep. Score prediction, 3-1 Norwich, 2 Chris's make a right. Indeed, Chris, we won't be getting any smelly cheeses out this evening. Don't you worry. Thanks to everyone involved this evening. 600 of you already. It's Friday night. It's Friday again.
Stop the press. Stop the press, Jack. Stop the press, because the man, the myth, the legend, the finest cheese supplier in the world, at Cheesy Geezer on Twitter, of the Cheese Truckle, he's in the house and he says, hello, guys. How do you approach? Oh, he's gone in early with his joke tonight. How do you approach an angry Welsh cheese?
Topical as well.
Okay, right. So there's the question. We'll be keenly awaiting the answer. Whilst we wait, teams are gathered around the centre circle. Norwich players bobbing up and down. Rapinoe having some words with Timu Pukki, who seems to be fiddling with his, you know what. Ryan Bennett stretching from left to right. Right, what's Cheesy Geezer got to say? Where's his answer? Oh, here we go. Right, so
how do you approach an angry Welsh cheese? Okay.
Very carefully.
Caerphilly.
Caerphilly. I wouldn't say that, but you know,
if your Welsh geography's strong, it's a 3 out of 10. If it's not strong, it's off the scales bad. Thanks, Cheesy Geezy. Ryan Thompson, I would take the dullest 0-0 ever right now. Ryan, wow. Great to see you. Thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Would we take a draw this evening? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section.
No, Bravo, win or die, mate. Come on. Where is your faith? Norwich 3, Swansea 1. It's going to happen.
Another clap for Sir Tom. Very, he'll be getting my claps. Good old boy, Sir Tom. Sadly died earlier this week. A true hero of this country, and rightfully getting a minute's applause before this game. I think we're slightly behind on our stream, so stay with us this evening. You might know the goals are flying in before we do, but it's all part of the fun here on the TNC Watchalong. Chris, can you see me crystal clear at this point?
You are crystal clear. I can see those Gasway X TNC footballs behind you. You're that crystal clear. Don't forget, people, it's one of you. Like, you can do it all night if you want to, but make sure you get your TNC setups in. Hashtag NCFC at Talk Norwich City on Instagram and Twitter. Upload them online. The best one wins. I mean, why wouldn't you? And I'm going to share them all on the TNC account. The hype is building. Swansea City are about to kick off. Here we go, Jack. Biggest game of the season. Undeniable. Cannot get away from it. Will this Norwich City team step up to the plate, or will they surrender to the Swans? Let us know what you think in the comments. Christopher Rayner, time for Norwich City FC to return to the podium. Wow. He's talking a good game. Carl Osborne says, evening, guys. Hope you're well. 2-1 Norwich tonight. And he, by the way, that's a cracking fish, accompanied by, of course, Captain Tom Moore. That is an iconic profile picture. Well played, Carl. And we're off, Jack. We're underway. Max Aarons is ball over the top.
We are. It's a big game, this. Of course, Swansea got their pitch relayed a couple of weeks ago, so no complaints from me in terms of the pitch. It's a rainy, cold night in South Wales, as it usually is. But this is a big one. Friday night, under the lights, Norwich City, top of the table, Swansea in third. Norwich off the back of 2 0-0 draws. It's also worth noting the referee this evening, Simon Hooper. He owes us one from that Premier League game against Crystal Palace all them years ago. Not that I'm still bitter. This is just a big game, though. Swansea best defence in the league by quite a stretch. Norwich have struggled to score goals in recent weeks. We need to find class from somewhere. Hopefully tonight's the night.
I'm just laughing at this advert alongside my stream, Jack. Your wife will surely appreciate this tip tonight. Try it out. Oh, here we go. 1 minute and 17 seconds on the clock. Norwich City are off. And Jack, you know what? You've praised Swansea's great defence there, but what about Norwich's? Grant Hanley, Player of the Month, alongside Ben Gibson. Quoted by Mahatma Gandhi himself. Mahatma Gandhi, saying that he's an absolute rock. You can't get any better than that, can you? Norwich City, by the way, are breaking through. Swansea already. Some lovely intricate play. Todd Cantwell getting involved, trying to feed the ball through out wide, and it's gone out. Deflected for a Norwich City throw-in. Todd Cantwell, he's going to be motivated to prove the hate is wrong tonight, and I hope he does it. Dubai Canary, sea shanty tonight. Wow. Look, you know the rules. If Norwich City win, the TNC shanty will come out.
Chris, how worried are you being without Emi Buendia this evening?
I'm not
Norwich
worried.
City breaking forwards. Lucas Roop, he'll find.
Go on! Go on! Oh, Swansea just had to hoof it up. Loads of pressure from Norwich City early doors. 2 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock. Timu Pukki. The goat is hungry. The goat is hungry.
My stream is so blurry. I can hardly make out who's on the ball. If you're here for insight this evening, you're not in the right place. If you're here for a bit of fun, you are in the perfect place. Absolutely. We've got our Lakens, we've got our best mates, we've got the Nodge GC, we've got all the usuals in the comment section. Nearly 700 of you with us tonight. Get involved, people. Great to have you along. Good opening 3 minutes to this game.
Yeah, nice, Jack. So far, so good. Norwich City put on a couple of promising attacks. Playing with the ball on right on the edge of Swansea's box. They had to hoof it up. You know what the Welsh are like. They love a bit of rugby. But here we go, Jack.
Six Nations starts tomorrow, doesn't it?
Hang on, it's brilliant play from Todd Cantwell there. Not one, but two interceptions of the ball, and he's played it out wide. Brilliant stuff. Norwich City using the width already. Pookie almost putting a shot away. Norwich City are turning up the heat. Early doors, people. I told you to believe. And I'm still feeling confident. Still, don't forget to get your score predictions in if you haven't already. And if you're watching us on YouTube, do us a favour. Give this a massive thumbs up. It hugely appreciates our channel grow. Jack.
And subscribe as well.
Yeah, that'll do. We'll have a bit of that. If you're up for subscribing, that always helps as well.
Good start here. From Norwich City, 4 minutes, 5 seconds in. I think we're a little bit behind Sky Television, but not to worry. You're here for the entertainment, not the up-to-date insight. Norwich will be happy with the start in this game. Daniel Farke will be impressed. The midfield seems a lot more buzzy. When you've got Kenny McLean in the 10, things happen quicker. Also, not only the good thing with Kenny McLean starting, it also means you've got Mario Vrancic off the bench, which is dangerous.
Yeah,
very dangerous.
Love that.
Timu Pukki putting Freddie Woodman under pressure.
Oh! God, I tell you what, the goalkeeper's a dodgy clearance. It's almost fallen for, I think that was Kenny. Almost puts his foot. Norwich are putting a lot of pressure on Swansea, really high up the field. They're trying to get a mistake. This game is end-to-end already, Jack. Swansea now breaking forwards. Ayew leaves the ball. I think that's Conor Hourihane trying to get out wide. It is the man that always does the business against Norwich. Let's hope he doesn't do that. He whips a ball in and the slab head clears. How many times will we say that tonight, my friend?
Too many. He's been marvellous, hasn't he? He was the Norwich City Player of the Month, Grant Hanley, for January, and rightfully so. He's been fantastic the last month or so. He's been absolutely brilliant. A good start from Norwich here. Swansea's gradually growing into the game. It's worth noticing as well. It's wet and it's rainy at Swansea tonight. Let's see some shots. Let's test their goalkeeper from distance. None of this ticky-taka stuff when... Not all the while, anyway. Not all the while.
Swansea have just completely fluffed across there, and it's gone out for a Tim Krul goal kick.
Chris, for good luck earlier on, I was watching back the opposite fixture when we beat Swansea 1-0 at Carrow Road earlier on this season, and Marco Stiepermann scored the goal late on. And I was just thinking today, I think I said it on the last watch-along, how much we miss Marco Stiepermann. And apparently he's out because of, is it a nasty virus or something? Yeah. Like, it's kind of gone a bit under the... I haven't heard too much about it, but that's what people were saying on Twitter to me today.
Well, I did say that to you in the last watch-along, Jack, but, you know, if you want to ignore...
No, I heard that, but then I saw a lot of people saying it was like some virus that's affecting his balance.
Yeah, it was a problem in his ear, I believe. I'm just going to find my DM with him now, see if he's told me. Hang on a minute. Yeah, brilliant stuff here from Norwich. It's 6 minutes, 27 seconds on the clock. So many comments, so many super chats, 674 of you in the house. If you wouldn't mind doing us a favour, head on to the TNC Twitter and give our pinned tweet a retweet. Get your audience involved. Swansea, early cross, and it's headed out again by Norwich City's defence. Brilliant defending so far from Norwich City. Touch wood, it will continue on all night. I've not had as much faith in Norwich City's defence since Craig Fleming and Malky Mackay. I've said it before and I will say it again. I really will. I'm feeling very, very optimistic. By the way, Mama Reeve has reminded me a massive happy birthday to my dad, Pete Reeve. What an absolute legend. At Pete_Rafa_Reeve on Twitter. Go and give him a birthday message. He's a Norwich City legendary fan.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get some happy birthday wishes in for Rafa Reeve. Swansea pressing here. Good defensive work from Norwich so far. They haven't been opened up as of yet. Lots of crosses coming in the box from Swansea so far. Once again, headed out by Slabhead Hanley.
Yeah, good old Slabhead Hanley. He's absolutely all over it already, which is brilliant. God, you know what?
Swansea breaking forwards. Conor Hourihane in dangerous positions. Good tackle by Max Aarons.
Oh, absolutely brilliant from the Barcelona-bound boy, and he gets up straight away and puts on the pressure again, and it's gone out for a Swansea throw-in. Great to see so many of you jumping on the call to action and retweeting the @TalkNorwichCity pinned tweet. Thank you so much. It really helps. Get all of your mates involved tonight. Grab the link. Get them in.
Coming forward. Oh, good tackle, Todd. Oh, that's not a foul.
You are joking me, ref. You are having a laugh. Oh, mate, I can't moan about the ref this early on, but that is an appalling decision from the referee.
No, it's Simon Hooper. I'll let you moan about him tonight.
Hang on, let's watch this back.
He's got the ball.
Oh, for God. I mean, it's so light. I'm stunned that the referee's given that. And now it's a free kick in a promising position. I hope to God they don't score. It's not going to help the...
Well, Conor Hourihane's going to be on it, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. It's not going to help the Cantwell hate brigade. If they score this, fingers crossed we see it out. Todd's dreadfully unlucky there. Genuinely, I will criticise him when he performs badly or makes a mistake, but I'm struggling to see how on earth that was a foul. I really am. Max Aarons is actually at the moment bending over behind the wall. He's actually covering that low and hard under the wall shot. It's Conor Hourihane indeed, and it's so easy for Norwich City. It's absolutely pathetic from the bigged up boy playing for Swansea, and Tim Krul easily collects, and deservedly so, Jack. Justice is served there, because it definitely wasn't a free kick. No way.
No, it wasn't. Every single club has like a man either laid down or sort of knelt down behind the wall now, don't they? Because I think they're always worried that when the wall jumps, they're going to go underneath. Chris, a quick warning, I wouldn't keep too up to date with the comments because we are a little bit behind. So there's a few spoilers in there this evening. Amy Clement, great to see you. EFL refs aren't the best, are they? No, they're not.
Okay, don't read the comments, but I've got to read the comments. What do I do?
Well, you read the comments, but if there is a goal this evening, we're going to be slightly behind. Not to worry.
Slabhead Hanley there is brilliantly won from Slabhead Hanley. He's broken through into the midfield and bossed his way forwards. Max Aarons breaking forwards now. Some lovely interchanging play between Todd Cantwell, Kenny McLean, Oliver Skip, and Rapinoe himself. This is lovely play from Norwich City.
Chris, thoughts on this comment?
Grant Hanley costs at least 50 million. Mate, that's way too cheap. Slabhead Hanley, mate, he's got a magnet in his head, that man. He really has. Jack, you mentioned one thing. You watched the Norwich City 1, Swansea 0 highlights on YouTube.
Yeah.
That brought you luck. Well, I want to ask this question to our viewers tonight. What do you do? What are your pre-match rituals that bring you luck? What's your weirdest? What's your regular? What are you up to? But before we get to that, Todd Cantwell is breaking forwards in midfield. He's gone all the way back safely and surely to Slabhead Hanley. Yeah, just let me know. What do you do for luck? Tonight, I've gone. A lot of people have been talking about Leeds away vibes tonight. So I've got my championship winning shirt on. I've even got the badges on and everything, proper in my colours tonight. And I've also got my lucky scarf. I've switched scarves tonight, Jack. I think it might do the trick tonight. Let us know in the comments what you do.
I think the lucky kind of things that you do before a game, the things you do before every game, it changes, doesn't it? When you're at home, it's slightly different to when you're actually going to the ground. You know, when you're going to the ground, a lot of people might always get their program from the same seller, or will always get a pre-match pie or something like that. It's probably a bit different at home. Yellow and green socks from Jack. Great point. I tell you what, just in terms of this game, a time check for everyone. 11 minutes, 52 seconds on the clock on mine. There's quite a lot of space for both Sorensen and Aarons this evening. Their fullbacks push up very high, like ours, which leaves us with space in behind. So there could be room for good things down there this evening. A fairly even game so far, both sides having a lot of the ball, not too many major chances. Pochetta about to whip in a free kick from the right-hand side. Whipped in from Pwemezwa Pochetta. Claims from Pookie for a penalty.
Ooh, I'm not sure about that.
Given.
mean, it was over the first man, which is encouraging, but it's gone straight into the keeper's hands instead. 699 of you, welcome along.
Good pressure, Toddy Cantwell.
Oh, superb from Todd. Never say die attitude. He's fired
up. I like that. He's in the linesman's face, isn't he? He's clearly fired up for this one.
He's furious. He's not happy with that decision, and I must admit, I would be spitting feathers if the referee gave that free kick against me. That's for sure. Todd Cantwell fired up. That's how we want the lads tonight. And speaking of how we want the lads tonight, Toby Gallant, £5 super chat via YouTube. Thank you so much. If you do have any spare chennies, geez, the Lakers is going through any spare chennies. Get them in tonight. Evening, lads. Looking better already for me with Kenny in over Mario, and Aaron's looks to have more joy tonight. We said this, by the way, Toby, massive thanks for your super chat, mate. Hugely appreciate your support as always. We said this, didn't we, Jack? We need to get our fullbacks forwards. We need more energy in midfield. And so far, Daniel Farke has served the right dish. He's putting the ingredients in at the moment, and he's stirring that pot. And so far, so good. 13 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. And so far, so good. Norwich City do look like the better side. Of course, a long way to go in this game. But I'm still very optimistic for a Norwich City 3-1 win.
I think the thing with Kenny McLean is, like, Mario Vrancic, you're still cooking with gas, right? But Kenny McLean, you're not only are you cooking with gas, so you've got that instant heat as opposed to an electric hob. You've turned it right the way up. So there are flames so strong, and that's Kenny McLean. Mario Vrancic will cause a simmer. Kenny McLean will cause a bubbling boil. And I think that's what we've got this evening, as Jamal Lowe will strike one, cleared by Swansea. Chris, my only worry so far this evening is how easily this Lakens is going down. I'm going to quickly go and get a refill while there's a break in this game.
I thought that was your first piss break. Of course, if you're new to the channel, get in your time of when Jack will go to the toilet. I think he's gone to the toilet there. I do have to admit, I don't think he's gone for a beer. I think that's a cover-up. Welcome along. So many of you in the house tonight. 731 of you already. Let's get the record, but we need your help to do it. Share it with all your mates. Get them involved. 14 minutes, 54 seconds on the clock. We're currently watching Conor Hourihane. Lots of attention on him tonight. It's been a great start for him in a Swansea shirt. You have to say, he does always do well against Norwich. We've said that 1,000,001 times, so I'll stop repeating myself. Max Aarons is a big, long throw upfield, and Pookie's tried to hold it up, and Simon Hooper has somehow not given it, and then he's given it to Swansea. Of course he has. This referee, I've absolutely no idea how he's still a professional. I really don't. He is an absolute fraud. It's a Swansea free kick. Not in a dangerous position. It has to be said. Norwich City should be all right from here. Should be a case of up and out. And so far, Norwich City have allegedly commit 3 fouls to Swansea's 2, as we've just seen. But here we are. We're here.
I see there's a lot of conspiracy theories regarding whether I actually went straight to the kitchen.
A long time, mate. I know you were. I know where you went. Sam Ford with a £5 super chat. Thank you so much as always. He says, imagine being 11th in League One and having to live in Ipswich. And that's a lovely save from Tim Krul. Not a big save. He's just gone and caught that, but it was a dangerous cross. And here we go. Norwich City breaking forwards. It's Lucas Roop, Rapinho as we're calling him. He plays it out wide to Jakob Soren, who's getting over the edge of it. Sam Ford, thanks so much for the super chat, mate. Hugely appreciate that. And we'll always be up for laughing at Ipswich.
Chris, by the way, I haven't passed it by you yet, but we have pretty much confirmation that when we're all vaccinated up and safe, we have a location for the TNC pub crawl. Yeah.
Really? Wow. Oh my God.
We obviously don't have a date because we don't know when we're all safe and good to mingle. But when we can mingle, God, we're gonna have a good time.
Right. Location is confirmed for the TNC pub piss up. Absolutely love it. Cannot wait for that. Lakens on tap, hopefully. Ollie Skip there doing a grand job of keeping up with Jamal Lowe, who plays it out. It's going to be, I think, actually, I might have gone out for a Swansea throw. Kenny McLean's laughing at something. I'm not sure quite what.
We're all good. We're all good.
City throw, holding possession at the back here nicely. It's a strong start from Norwich. We don't look.
A pleasing start. A pleasing start. I think, it's a completely different game for Norwich tonight compared to Middlesbrough and Millwall. They are just basically fights in them games. Like, And to come out with having not conceded, I know he didn't score, so that's disappointing. But to have 2 clean sheets in them 2 games will be promising for Daniel Farke. But it's a different complexion this tonight, and we're going to have to be more up for it going forwards. I think there'll be more opportunities presented. Defensively, we're going to have to be sound. But if we play at our best, if we play at our 100% and Swansea play at their 100%, we win. But we're going to have to see something special. Missing Emi Buendia is a massive loss. We've only got ourselves to blame for that. So there we go. Tyler, spot on, by the way, mate. Hanley has 99 pace. Yeah, he does. He does.
He's quick. He is quick. A lot of people, I'm surprised a lot of people think he is slow because he is really quick. And by the way, Swansea have it's rare you see that. Swansea have actually just given away a foul throw, and it's been awarded to Norwich City, and we've now poofed it clear into midfield. As noticed, Cantwell tried to win the header there.
Cantwell is pressing exceptionally well tonight. Like he always does his defensive duties well, but tonight he looks even more up for it.
Yeah, he does. To be honest with you, mate, I genuinely started clapping the screen when I watched Daniel Farke's pre-match press conference. I was so, here we go, Lucas Rippey. Oh no, he's just being dismantled there in the box, and it's back under control for Swansea. Norwich City are finding some joy, Jack. There's a lot of talk about Swansea's assured defence, but I tell you what, it doesn't look so assured right now. Of course, a long way to go.
We haven't had a shot on target yet.
But, mate, we're breaking them down. Come on, give us credit where credit's due. What I would say, Jack, is actually both teams are having a similar amount of joy in terms of going through the lines at the moment. It's certainly not one or the other. And I do genuinely respect Swansea style of football. It takes a lot for me to compliment the opposition, but I do. They play football the right way, and I genuinely think that's going to help Norwich tonight, because I do think the blueprint for beating us is to bully us, to be physical, and to park the bus and try and hit us on the break. And that's a lovely bit of play from Swansea, but Skip there has won it back. It's fantastic, and it's gone all the way out to Tim Krul. Norwich City 0, Swansea 0, 19 minutes, 51 seconds on the clock. The comment section is popping off.
No.
Oh, sweet Jesus Christ. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly, that was close.
Lucas Rapinoe, his fan club would have been in meltdown had that. Lucas Root playing a ball back to Tim Krul. He's nearly short-sided him, and Tim Krul does well to clear. But now Norwich City break forwards. Todd Cantwell on the ball. He's got men over. Timu Pukki breaking into the Swansea box. Tackle. Is that a corner? It's given as it's not a foul, is it?
This fucking sorry, excuse my French. It's before the watershed. Come on, stop swearing. These officials are an absolute shambles. They really are an absolute shambles. And I'm genuinely not just saying that. I had no idea. We're just watching that back there. That is a suicidal pass from Rapinoe back to Tim Krul, but he does his job. He's certainly awake tonight, Tim Krul. Oh, here we go. Norwich pressing well. That's incredible. I don't know who that is in midfield. I don't know who that was. I can't quite see from here, Jack. But Norwich City we're pressing high up the pitch.
We are pressing high. Yeah, we are. And it's pleasing. It's pleasing to see. Timestamp from Hugo, our friend Hugo, the golfer from Holland. 21 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock in this one. Hope you're well, Hugo. Good to see you. As always, it's worth noting, I know you guys love the plugs. Laken's. Genuinely class beer, under £2 a bottle. You can see my good friend Chris enjoying it dearly. Limited edition beer in the comments, not in the comments, in the description. Get involved. Help us, help the Norfolk economy. Absolutely happy days. Amy, the Swansea fan who we had on the channel, we look really nervous. They do. But look, I'd be nervous if I was playing Norwich. Like we're top of the league for a reason.
It's coming, Amy. I told you. Swansea are, but fair play. Fair play to Amy. Great knowledge of the game. Brilliant Swansea fan. Loads. Oh, hello. Is that your house phone going off, Jack?
That's the doorbell. I'm hoping Jen can assist with that. Pukki! Oh,
go on, Timu! Oh, it's narrowly wide. It's a lovely break from Norwich City. Timu Pukki has almost slotted that home, Jack. I don't quite know who's played the ball through from there, but it's
Poddy.
Oh, it's Todd Cantwell. Of course it is. That man always links up well with Teemu Pukki. Oh, and he's almost got it there. Lovely stuff from Todd Cantwell.
Sorry, I was distracted by the doorbell when I saw Teemu Pukki running through, marauding, and I was slightly put off. But good chance for Norwich there. That's the first real shot on goal from either side. Cantwell's on it tonight. He scores tonight. You've heard it here first.
He's lively. And I love the fact that he got it out of his feet as soon as possible. We've been dilly-dallying around the last 2 games. But these lads are playing with tempo tonight, Jack, all of them, particularly in midfield. I tell you what, Kenny McLean has just injected so much life into this Norwich City team going forwards. He really has. It's still 0-0, 23 minutes, 7 seconds on the clock. Teemu Pukki working like a beaver up front. It's so fast from the Finnish legend himself.
The beavers work fast?
Oh, yeah. Goodness me. They've got to work fast to build those dams. Goodness gracious me. Underrated gamer is always in here starting the chance. Big up to everyone that starts the chance on the TNC Watchalong. Jason Smith on the ball. City, Adam, have a little scrimmage. We love a bit of that.
Chris, I like the feeling of tonight. I've been nervous for this game for a couple of days, and I haven't really had that for a little while, watching it from home, because it's not the same. But I feel good this evening. Oh, my goodness. Thomas, welcome back. 55 Norwegian kroner flying into the TNC kitty. Not able to watch tonight, lads, on the ball. Are you not able to watch the game or not able to watch us? Either way.
Speaking of, by the way, Thomas, massive.
Respect. Great to see you. The Norwegian massive. Thank you so much. Chris, have you lost the stream?
Yes, I have.
So have I. Give it a refresh. We'll be all right.
Right, you're going to have to keep us updated.
Refresh it and it works.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. I'm having a little refreshing right now. Oh, superb stuff. We're back in business, ladies and gents. Never fear. The TNC Watchalong is here. And speaking of people that are always here, all the regulars are in the house. Susanna, George, our favourite Waitrose Watchalong legend. What's she saying, Jack?
She's saying, really feeling a win today. Can't wait until next Saturday when I'll be watching from my new flat in Norwich, overlooking Carrow Road. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Brilliant stuff.
Big news, Suzanne. I thought you were London. You're going back to the fine city. You're escaping the smoke for the fresh air of Norfolk. Brilliant. Well done on that.
It's quite far away from Waitrose. I'm surprised that Suzanne done that, but
it might be a deadline day move. Morrison's coming in, Waitrose going out.
Tell you what, Jack, Conor Horan has just got a shot on goal whilst we were having a lovely chat with Susanna there, but it's a comfortable save from Tim Krul. He sort of parried it down into the floor and collected it with his big Dutch farmer hands. It's brilliant from Tim Krul. He's going to be. I tell you what, he is pumped up tonight. That's just reminded me. I really wanted to find that message from Marco because
Chris. By the way, a lot of love coming in for your preview with Amy. It was our most watched preview of the season. I think it's quickly approaching 5,000 views, which is absolutely brilliant.
I wonder why that was.
Well, the insight was marvelous from both of you. Russ says, "Hi lads, enjoyed the preview with Chris and Amy ahead of this game. Both of you are great presenters and have got a good future in television." Well, I hope not, Russ, because that means we'll lose Chris to the mainstream.
I love the Watchalong too much. I really do. I'd never give that up for any money.
We've had 55 Norwegian kroner thrown in the kitty, Chris. I mean, we're talking big bucks now.
Marco Steepman, right? Let's see what he's saying.
Anyway. Keep on the chance coming in. It's still 0-0 in this game. 26 minutes, 40 seconds on our clock. You're probably slightly ahead. The Lakens are flowing. The comments are flowing. Nearly 800 of you in here this evening. We broke records on Tuesday night stream. We had 16,000 of you tuned in over the course of the evening, which was a record for our watch along. Can we break that tonight? Friday night. It's Friday again. I've just seen the comments. I'm gonna ignore what I just saw.
Okay, but I'm sure we can guess. Swansea breaking forward. It's 1-on-1 with the keeper, Tim Krul. That's a massive save. Timmy Krul. Timmy
Good
Krul.
chance for Swansea there. Jamal Lowe 1-on-1 with Tim Krul. It was comfortable in the end for Timmy Krul, but he's probably had the more to do out of either goalkeepers. Both sides having 1-on-1 chances now. Jamal Lowe has got the pace in behind the striker. I might be wrong. I think Jamal Lowe scored against us when he was at Portsmouth. I might be wrong. Grant Hanley got sent off in that game in the FA Cup. I might be wrong.
My intel, and I won't read the whole message because it's unfair, but Marcus Steedman has said to me that he finally found out after 5 months what he actually had. So it was quite a rare virus, whatever he had. I really do feel for the guy, and I'm sure he's watching tonight. Tom Cantwell fouled there. Is the referee going to give it? He's given advantage. Norwich through and goal. Dummy. Oh, and
that was a booking. Pull it back, ref.
It's Simon Hooper. It's Simon Hooper.
It's not an advantage. You have to pull it back and give the booking.
Well, you could argue we created maybe a chance.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
But
I don't want you sympathising with the referee this evening, Chris. That's disgusting officiating.
Greg
Davis, 4.9, a super sticker. I've never heard of that, Greg, but thank you for the super sticker, $4.99. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. 28 minutes, 50 seconds.
Lewis throwing a quid in the kitty. Thank you, Lewis.
Lewis, the legend, absolutely brilliant. So good to see so many of you in the comment section. Fantastic stuff.
You were reading that message, and I interrupted you, and then you stopped. Had you finished?
No, I had finished. I don't want to read the whole thing; it's unfair. But basically, he's been struggling with it for 5 months, and they've only just found. So, look, big up Marco Steedman, and a great player and grossly underrated. I actually think he's a player that's certainly in the Championship, as Daniel Farke said in his pre-match press conference, is a player that we miss, an assured number 10 that can carry the ball through, get shots on goal, physical, and we've been without him for some time now. Oh goodness me, is that Lungi? I think he's just won the ball on the floor. It looked like something out of Karate Kid. It's brilliant defending, and actually it's ended up back at Swansea somehow. The midfield have lost it. I tell you what, Jakob Sorensen. Goodness gracious me! What
great film, Karate Kid, by the way.
Yeah, not sure where I was going with that, but I went with it anyway. 800 people in the house now. Can we get to?
Yeah, we're flying. We're flying now.
Though we need your help. Share it on Twitter. Retweet our pinned tweet. It always helps.
I'm sure there's a lot of Welsh in here tonight, including my lovely mother and auntie representing. It's nice for them to be able to watch a proper sport this evening instead of the nonsense that they'll be witnessing with the rugby tomorrow. So welcome along to proper football. Norwich City against Swansea City, top of the table Championship clash. Great to have you all along this evening. We've got people from Brazil, Belarus, Belgrade, Bradwell. Great to have you all here.
Bengal. To be fair, Pilks is probably watching. So
yeah, of course. Where's he playing now? Bengal FC or something?
Yeah, he's up the old Bengal, mate.
Wonderful, isn't it? Love Pilks at Norwich.
Speaking of the old Bengal, Jesse Kiev. Oh God, I've butchered your name. I'm so sorry. $5 as a Spurs fan. I'm looking forward to seeing you lot in the Prem. Give Skip some valuable experience before he comes back to us. Thank you for Skip. He has been absolutely brilliant, and it's a blessing that we've managed to keep hold of him for the second half of the season, because if I was Tottenham, I'd be recalling him, particularly in the form that they're in at the moment. Skip's been brilliant for Norwich, isn't he, Jack? Thank you so much for that chat, Jesse. Hugely appreciate it.
And talking about Spurs, I was actually thinking about Spurs today when I saw the loan deal of Josip Drmic leaving the club. And, of course, his last goal for Norwich came at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It was the last live football match I attended. What a game it was. Josip Drmic has left. I can't remember where he's gone. It was a while ago I read the news, and I've had a few beers since then, so I can't remember. But he's gone anyway.
Yeah, there's no tomorrow. Some wacky Croatian club.
Someone will let us know. Come on, people. I've had a lot of things going on today. So
Jack, we are spraying the ball about all over the pitch with such confidence. Max Aaron's now marching central, finding a very cute pass.
Go on, Norwich. Go on, then.
Go on, Norwich. Simon Hooper's just given us an advantage. Bloody hell, cool the press. Fantastic refereeing for once.
This is lovely from Norwich City. Todd Cantwell on the right-hand side. He'll pick up his head and try and find Max Aarons, and he does. And it's back to Kenny McLean. That's a good challenge from Andre Ayew.
Tell you what as well, Ayew, if he gets that wrong, he's in trouble there. It's a big, big challenge. It's brave. Todd Cantwell, it's the wrong decision to give the ball away. We said we'd criticise Todd when he deserves it, but he's working hard to get it back. Defence at the moment. Grant Hanley's had to pull out wide. Found some space. Swansea.
Ooh. We've got the foul. My goodness, Simon. Hickman, thank you very much.
Don't know what Andre Ayew's on about.
Still 0-0 in this one. 33 minutes 5 seconds on the clock. That's a booking actually from Andre Ayew.
What?
It's not given. It was I think that's a booking. He's missed the ball and got the player.
Showing frustration early doors, a player that I've always admired, to be fair, a player that Swansea have done incredibly well to keep. Of course, a player they signed.
I think he's injured.
Well, I'm not surprised the way he went into that first challenge. Tim Krul fist bumps him. I
think there was rumours when Ayew first joined Swansea. I'm sure it's less now, but I think they signed him on about 80 grand a week. So a big, big money signing for Swansea, and I'm surprised they're still in the Championship. He's down here with what looks like a twisted ankle. He's still down receiving treatment. This would be a big loss for Swansea if he goes off the pitch. Thanks to Rob, good friend of the channel. He's updated us. Dermich has joined. HNK Rijeka, like Rioja, the wine, but not the wine.
Sean Whitfell, 16. Chris, do you have your hat ready? Of course, it only goes on for goals, but I can confirm we're not scored in quite a long time now. The hat is here.
Oh, okay.
The hat is here. It's ready. It's poised. And I know for a fact that it's coming on tonight, people. 0-0. Andre Ayew still on the floor, whining to the physio. 34 minutes and 34 seconds exactly on the clock. Amy Clement, of course, at Amy Clement 94 on Twitter. Swansea fan that did the opposition preview with us is in the house. Hello, welcome aboard, Amy. She says, sorry about Andre. He's our drama queen, and we love him. Okay, yeah, all right, fair enough. I guess he's our Todd Cantwell equivalent, isn't he? He looks injured though, you have to admit, and his substitute's warming up at the moment. So
yeah, I think he's going to be okay. I mean, when he got tackled, he stood up straight away and then went back down. He's walking fine. He's absolutely fine.
Adam Murray, who I always respect, someone that's got pussy in their profile picture. He says hats collecting dust. Well, yeah, look, absolutely. It has been collecting dust for the last few games. So I've had to wipe it cleaner ahead of this one. Norwich City bringing the ball forwards in midfield. They've decided to go back to Jakob Sorensen, who's always looking to bring the ball forwards. He's played a penetrative ball straight through Swansea's midfield, and Timu Puki's dropped deep. Rapinoe on the ball now, plays it out wide. Norwich City toying with Swansea on the edge of the box, and they've lost it, and it's gone back. Kenny McLean, edge of the box, go on! Oh, it's terrible.
I love Kenny McLean. He's my type of footballer, Kenny McLean. I just love him.
And I love his chant as well. So good.
Yeah. I haven't heard that for a while, by the way.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Chris, can you remember, just thinking back now, when we got promoted at Villa and we were sloshed, weren't we? It was a 12:30 kickoff, and we obviously had to leave to get there. We had a minibus. It was one of the best days of my life. But basically, the aftermath meant that we couldn't get to the open top bus parade the following day, where it broke down. It was early, and we were so hungover we just couldn't get there. And then wasn't it Russ versus Wes the next day?
Yeah, no, it was, mate.
And we went there.
We were on the pitch, weren't we?
So good. And Chris sent me a picture of that the other day, of like a picture of me, Chris, and Bradley Johnson. Genuinely couldn't remember it. Like, we'd gone from Villa straight back home, got up, gone to Russ and Wes, hospitality, wine flowing, amazing. Literally, the 2018-19 season was the highlight of my life.
Way too many Lakers. Oh, breaking news. Let's be Avenue. Delia Smith's in the house.
Where are you?
Where are you? We need a 12th man here. Come on.
Well, Delia. Good
Big
to
up,
see you.
Thanks for the super chat, Del. Love you loads. Neil Luther's in the house. Great second name. What's the cello tonight, Chris, when we score? Maybe you boys should switch sides, change our luck.
No, not happening.
Oh, Neil, not sure, but thank you so much for the super chat, mate. Hugely appreciate that.
Honestly, if I ever go on the right of the screen and Chris is on the left, you would think we've like murdered someone. The reaction in the comments, it's hatred at the highest of levels.
Look, we want to try and keep these viewers, Neil. We can't be putting them off. Norwich City, they've played a dodgy short corner, but we've collected it. It's midfield. This truck. Oh, that's awful. I'm not sure who that was. Is that Kenny? Yeah, it's speculative.
Yeah, sub him off.
He's tried to blame the pitch. By the way,
I do think I'm slightly hypocritical at times, because if that was Poeta would have done that, I would have been asking for the substitution to be made. But because it's Kenny, I'm like, oh, he's trying to do something.
By the way, I don't mean to stir up any rumours or anything, but
you are.
But I'm going to. I was talking to, sorry to name drop, Chris Boyd the other day, and he is pretty confident that Rangers are going to sign Kenny McLean. Of course, wow. Chris, very, very famous, legendary, one of the best Rangers strikers of all time. So I hope not. I think they'll have to pay a lot of money to get Kenny McLean, and particularly in the form he's in, Daniel Farke will give his arm, his leg, and his German sausage to keep him in the side. That's good. Swansea 0, Norwich 0, 39 minutes 6 seconds on the clock. So far, it's been end to end. Swansea have played some nice football, we have to admit. So have Norwich City. Very proud to say Todd Cantwell been brilliant so far, finding Timu Pukki nicely. Not seen much / anything of PP so far, though, Jack.
No, I haven't either.
And that's a worry, isn't it? Because one of the areas that we said that we definitely had to improve in the next game was that wide area. PP didn't have a good performance. I'll argue with anyone against that. And this game, for me, definitely needed an El Hernandez. Daniel Farke has given him his blessing, and he started saying, "Oh my God, look how far that is outside that corner box. That's not even in the D. That is not in the D. I am bloody furious. How has the ref not spotted this? How is the
That is literally your
mate. It's not even the right line.
You hate that, don't you?
That is absolutely ridiculous. How has the referee not spotted that?
Swansea, this is dangerous. Oh, who's just taken one to the face there?
Maxi?
Aaron's, I think it was. Yeah,
mate, that's not even in the corner D there. Absolute nonsense. It really is. Simon Whitfield, he's becoming my favourite commentator of the night so far. It's Simon Hooper. Of course, the referee tonight, the man in black, bossing the game, allegedly. So far, he has been absolutely atrocious. Of course, the man that infamously stopped Cameron Jerome from scoring the best goal of his career. We asked him that question on the TNC.
Long throw for Swansea. Deep into the box. Headed by Swansea. It's 14, Conor Horan gone wide.
Bloody
good
hell.
box, Max Aarons.
It's gone wide. It's a big chance for Swansea. It's been launched into the box. It's Conor Horan. So close for Swansea. Norwich City are being pegged back here big time. It's a big block from Max Aarons, who gets a touch in it. Big touch. And it's gone out for a Swansea corner.
Swansea looking dangerous. 23 to whip it into the box. Corner ball. Tim Krul clears low. Back into the Swansea box. Are you?
Fucking hell, that's shit. Oh, Jesus, that's really poor. That's so bad. Oh, good God, that's awful.
Andre Ayew scores. Swansea take the lead.
Shit. I tell you what, the defending there, the ball is bouncing around in the box. Let's watch that back. I must admit, it's a very good corner. Tim Krul can't collect it. He's tried to come out again to get there, and no one's on the post. Why is no one on the post? It's a poor defensive setup from Norwich. Pukki doesn't get to Ayew, and Swansea break the deadlock. I don't know why Norwich have not got anyone on the post for a corner. It's woeful. It is poor defending from Norwich. I'm not going to defend that. Norwich 1-0 down. Swansea have broken the deadlock at the Liberty Stadium. Will Norwich City find a way back into this? It's a huge game for Norwich, and this is going to be Swansea's points to lose now, certainly. In the ascendancy, certainly. 42 minutes on the clock when that goal went in. All the motivation in the world. Perfect time for Swansea to score as well. Perfect time.
42 minutes on the clock. Swansea, 5 shots to our 3, and it was, well, look at that. Shots on target. Swansea 4, Norwich 0. We haven't really laid a glove on them in terms of decent chances as of yet. We've huffed and we've puffed, but it's the same issues as we've seen in the last couple of games. It was a scrappy goal for Swansea, but it was well taken. And look, we've been quite good defending set pieces this season, but that wasn't one to write home about, I'm afraid. And Norwich find themselves behind. We knew this was going to be tough. And we've got our work cut out now. We're 1-0 down in South Wales. And at the moment, if we are to lose tonight and Brentford were to win their game in hand, they would go above us. Issues for Norwich City.
Yeah, you're right to say so, Jack. I really agree with what you said there. Bloody hell, Simon Hooper has actually just given Norwich a free kick. Wow.
And Michael Worden has donated. He's so happy about it. Kyle Norton, the former Norwich City player, giving it away. Michael, thank you so much for your super chat. Remember, the super chat option is available. The $ in the comments. And you can get involved with the super chat this evening. Norwich 1-0 down.
Ronnie Joe's in the house, of course. Brilliant Birmingham YouTube channel for anyone that's interested. Of course, hashtag Birmingham of Birmingham. Look on the bright side, you're not us. Thank you very much. We'll certainly accept that. Norwich City, free kick. Can they make use of it? It's in a good position to get a really good free kick into the mixer here. Let's see what we can do. It's in the box. They've got the end of it. Oh, it's a big save from the Swansea goalkeeper. Big save.
Slabhead, wasn't it?
Slabhead gets his slabhead on the end of it.
Straight at him, though. It's straight at him.
Well, I don't know, mate. I think it's a good chance. He's under pressure. He's managed to get ahead on it. He's certainly done more than our attacking players so far. So absolute fair play to him. He can't do much more. He's got a shot on target, unlike our attackers. So I'm not going to be too disappointed with that. Speculative chance from Grant Hanley. Oakley Rivers is buzzing. Norwich have had a shot on target. That's right, indeed. Look, I still think
what's changed. What's changed because we've had 3.5 games now where Norwich haven't scored and barely created chances.
Yeah.
What do we need to do to start actually, creating something?
Why? Well, we know why, because Emi Buendia's not played. But then you could argue, of course, Emi did play against Middlesbrough and we produced absolutely bugger all. So, honestly, Jack, there's not really much I can answer with that. I don't really know what the secret formula is. Let us know in the comments if you believe you do too. Just watching that Grant Hanley header back, it's certainly not straight at the keeper. Woodman's had to make a great save there in his top left to keep it out from Norwich City almost returned the favour immediately. Daniel Farke looks at the floor in disappointment. He's got a big halftime team talk. What do you think?
Onel comes on for me. I literally, except for the free kick that was whipped in, and it was a good free kick from Paeta. I can't remember him touching the ball.
Anel should have bloody started. It's a complete I don't want to be too harsh on PP, but I am going to be. At the moment, we may as well be playing with 10 men because we're not feeding him at all. Do the Norwich players believe enough in him to even give him the bloody ball? I think there's a player in there, but I just think Anel has got that physicality to.
Yeah, I agree.
To bring the ball up the field, Jack, because we seem to be getting up the field in short spells at the moment, but we're not managing to really keep it in Swansea's half and certainly kind of create those opportunities for corners off the break, throw-ins in dangerous areas. And you only get that from some proper wide play from Anel Hernandez, in my humble opinion. But let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. Mr. Sensible, Colin Rogers in the house. He says Anel on second half.
You feel like at the moment, 2 draws in a row, you would take a draw at this point. get through these tricky games, Swansea, Middlesbrough, Millwall, tricky games. Then we've got, Rotherham, Birmingham, Coventry, Wickham in the next month or so. So it gets easier. You'd almost take a point now, continue that momentum, and then just jump into some slightly easier games. If you lose tonight, vibes start to change. 2 weeks ago, we were saying 100 points, 100 goals. Now we're going, oh my God, we're not even going to be top of the table anymore. So it's a really big 45 minutes for Norwich City. Looking at the stats, Swansea dominating, 7 shots to 4, 4 shots on target for them, 1 for us. They've had 3 corners. We've only had 1. They are bossing it. We've had a lot of the ball, but we haven't created anything from it.
I do think you're being a wee bit harsh, mate. I do think that Norwich City.
We haven't had a big chance.
I know, and I know that we haven't really know that. Oh, okay. I do think in terms of what we've done on the pitch, apart from putting shots on goal, it's been okay. And and maybe we need to give more credit to Swansea's defence. Maybe they are as good as they're saying, because so far they have stopped us breaking forwards. But is that Timu Pukki not being as confident? But don't forget, Todd Cantwell found Timu Pukki. He cuts across. He narrowly puts it wide in the first half. That could have easily gone in. I genuinely believe if we were seeing purple patch Pukki, that goes in. Grant Hanley with a great chance that could have gone in and should have gone in. It's a very good save from the Swansea goalkeeper. I think it's way too early to be throwing the towel in, Jack. I think you've got to back the boys at the moment. I think it's too early to dismiss this side. I agree with Daniel Farke's statements in the press. I think to be where we are already is great, and it's not easy. This league isn't easy. But I tell you what is easy, Jack. Looking at the halftime stats on OneFootball, the best football app in the world.
100%. A big thank you to OneFootball for their continued support, and also a big thank you to all of your continued support. You've been brilliant throughout this season. We're growing the quickest we've ever grown. We're nearing 21,000 subscribers. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. OneFootball, they put some money in the TNC kitty. We'll be spending it when we have the TNC pub crawl. We'll be putting it behind the bar, getting you all some pints. Download the OneFootball app. It's a genuinely decent app. We'll never promote anything on this channel that we don't use ourselves. Thank you to you guys. Thank you to OneFootball. Let's get our halftime thoughts in. 1-word reviews, please. It was a damning half for Norwich City. We find ourselves 1-0 down in the south of Wales. Let's have a look. Benji saying Mumba and Onel needed. Ballymumba, of course, an option. Where do we play him, though? Who would you take off for Ballymumba? I'm not so sure. Would you take off Cantwell and Poeta? I don't know. What are the options? Cheesy Geezer with a lovely Yarmouth reference. HMS Pistol League stuck under the Haven Bridge, taking on water. Look, Cheesy, no voyage has ever been easy. HMS Pistol League will go through rocky waters from now until the end of the season. But look, we're in trouble at the moment.
This game needs an El Hernandez for me, Jack. It's as simple as that. I know people in the game criticise fans for always looking to the bench, but it's just so obvious. I just can't see past it. Like, we would look so much better with an El on the pitch right now. He is so hungry to get on and make a difference, and his combination play with that midfield is going to be better than PP. In fact, I still believe that bringing on PP off the bench is such a better option when the opposition are tired. But honestly, Jack, I would say yes. This half has been okay for Norwich. It's been okay. I mean, we've not been woeful. I think
you're starting to accept mediocrity, Chris. You can't say it's been okay when you're losing, surely.
Well, it has been okay though.
We're losing. We're top of the table.
But it's been average.
Are you willing to accept averageness?
I agree with Steve New 123 who says Chris so disjointed.
Look, I'm going to go to the toilet, and you can discuss. You can discuss with your friends.
Oh dear.
45 minutes. The winner of the what do you call it? That's it.
Let me know your halftime summaries. Let's start answering them now. Robbie Steele says, disagree. PP hasn't proven a good option at all, starter or sub. Wow. Robbie, fair play, and congratulations on your graduation. JB, wow, this is strong. Roop out. I think I've been very impressed with Lucas Roop in the last game, especially. I don't understand that. Lucas Roop didn't get off to an immediate start in Norwich City, but I feel like he's done well in the past few games. I certainly don't think he's the reason why we've not broken down Swansea so far. I don't. I think Steve Sims could be right here, fairly unbalanced. I think that could be a good word to summarise. Lou Tux 217 says, we miss Emmy so much. God, we really do miss Emmy. That's for sure. It was a silly challenge, and still think Daniel Farke should have bought him off. I think when Emmy gets a booking, for me, if I'm the gaffer, I'm bringing him off. I'm not even taking any chances, but it was silly from Emmy, and Emmy's got to learn fast, because at the moment it is seriously proving just how difficult it is to win a game without Emmy. I think it's not just about what Emmy does on the ball when he's on the pitch, it's what Emmy does off the ball. It's what fear he strikes into the opposition when he starts. Players are worried. At the moment, this Swansea team look confident. They're growing in confidence. They're not scared of our midfield. I would say that it's very obvious that we've got two players that have come back into the side. Like, this isn't the side that is, in my opinion, used to playing together still. Kenny McLean just in again after being injured, or COVID. I think it was COVID actually. PP still not quite working. Sorensen is gone in instead of Dimitri Giannoulis tonight. So there is a slight change in dynamic. But look, I'm not making excuses. Norwich City haven't been good enough. Swansea deserve to take the lead. They have been the better side. They put more shots on goal. Major on YouTube says Swansea are the pride of Wales. I would agree. Certainly Swansea are better than Cardiff. Michael Griffiths, very random shout from you. Is Cameron Jerome considered a club legend? The first Norwich City player, it's the first Norwich City player technically to score at Wembley, because of course that Milk Cup winner was an own goal against Sunderland. Benji Throw, he's buzzing about Skippy, says Skippy over Kante. Look, it was a good half from Oliver Skip for me. Again, I can't quite work out really why it's not. I think the only weak link for me, I'm sorry to say it again, I think we just do lack width in midfield. I have to say. Jack, how are the kids dropping off at the pool? How are they?
No, it was good. It was only a number one. I actually went to the kitchen. Basically, I've got a barrel of Jack Valentine ale that I'm airing at the moment. So I was just checking to see if I could pour it, but it's a bit early at the moment, hence my delay. But also just trying to regain my head, because I'm not happy with that first half from Norwich. Wow.
Interesting debate here, brought up by Robson Summers, of course, the man that infamously made David McNally announce his resignation from the club on Twitter. You could argue Robson Summers is a legend amongst fans. He says, why did Tim Krul come for that ball? Look, and again, Tim Krul only just back. I think, he's obviously tried to collect it, and, maybe he's been out muscled. Look, I'll always defend Tim Krul, verging on legendary status at this club. Definitely easily could play for a Premier League side right now. It's very rare to see that. I think it's quite harsh. I do agree that I do actually agree with you, Robson. I don't think perhaps he should have gone out, but maybe he's not got the faith in his defense. His defense weren't there, and he has to make a split decision. And actually, I still stand by this. I think Tim Krul made the right decision coming out, but I don't think our defense was set up well enough for that corner. For me, I'm always having men on both posts. Always. I think that is, for me, in my opinion, football 101. But let me know in the comments if you think.
I think it was I'm really frustrated that we find ourselves behind, but we've been on the whole good defending set pieces this season. That was one of them where it falls very fortunately for Andre Ayew, and he tucks home. I don't think Tim Krul was necessarily wrong to come from it. We could have probably cleared it, but look, my main frustration isn't the defense; it's attacking. We haven't carved a clear chance. Like that, you're always going to give up chances, and you will give up goals. But we now haven't scored a goal in 3.5 games of football. That's not good enough.
No, it's not Jack. And I tell you what, is good enough. Is Amy Clements here still? Of course, on our opposition preview, Swansea City fans. Quite a few Swansea City fans watching tonight. 918 of you, by the way. Can we get to 1,000 views? Share it on your socials, please. Retweet our pin tweet on Twitter. It always helps. She says, from a Swansea angle, Cantwell looks dangerous. You're certainly still in the game, but hoping we come out and put the game to bed. Look, Amy, I certainly don't hope the second bit, but it's really interesting to get that insight from the opposition. And anyone with half a football brain knows that Todd Cantwell, when he's full of confidence, is dangerous. I certainly think that in that first half, he put in a great display. Brilliant ball through to Teemu Pukki, gets it out of his feet quickly. Teemu Pukki narrowly misses wide, hunting it down, doing his defensive duties, quick passes. Lost the ball once, has to be said, but so did all of that midfield. Look, I think it's very obvious that I feel like everyone is actually in agreement with this, that Onel Hernandez must come on at half-time. If we want to take this game to Swansea, Onel Hernandez, the beast, must be brought on. But
I was interested as well, actually, after the game against Millwall. Michael Bailey's a very level-headed man. What I think the best Norwich City journalist. He's the man I go to read his stuff and everything. And he was really frustrated with Daniel Farke's substitutions after that game. I watched his match review and you could tell he was angry with that. And he was right. Like, we've been calling for these substitutions earlier for a long while. And sometimes, look, the flip side of this argument is if you make two changes at half time, you could argue, well, you obviously didn't think your starting 11 was good enough, or two, you disjoint the squad. But I think the way that this season is, Blackburn, for example, have regularly been making triple or quadruple substitutions at a time. It probably doesn't, disjoint your squad as much as it would have done in previous years. We need to see substitutions. We need to see Onel. We've got a really strong bench. That's a positive. Chris Dayton, he's been positive all night. 4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Chris. It's not just the goals, Jack. It's a lack of shots on target. As I said earlier, we are looking for the perfect goal too much. Must take more risk.
You know what? I like that from Chris. And again, we spoke him up earlier. We spoke about Marco Steepman. Arguably another man that's not afraid to shoot from outside the box is Mario Vrancic, someone that we can certainly bring on in the second half. The Bosnian Beckham, maybe he is the hero to save the day. Chris, thank you so much for your super chat as always, my friend. I really appreciate everything you do. We don't expect any super chats, but we certainly appreciate them. It really does help towards the running costs of the channel. 0-0 at half time. Norwich City, get beaten from and Daniel Farke is going to be incredibly frustrated with that, because it's not like, and this is why I still believe, Jack, I kind of expected if Swansea were going to score tonight, it was going to be from a brilliant bit of play, some slick football, and a sublime finish into the corner. It's going to look pretty. I can't defend that defending. I cannot. And Daniel Farke will be seething at half time because, that's a goal that you can't, that's a goal that you'd expect to concede against Millwall, against Middlesbrough, against a more physical side, Rotherham, someone like that. But to concede a goal like that against Swansea is a worry. And I came out here before we started, giving it large about how amazing the Norwich City defence was. They've shown there that there is still some work to do, I'm afraid, Did not
I do agree to an extent. Like, it's never good to concede from a set piece. It was slightly fortunate. Like, we cleared our lines. It fell to Ayew. He's tucked it home. As I said, I'm going to be repeating myself, but it is that we've had one shot on target this game. That's not good enough. Mm-hmm. Ryan Thompson, thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you to everyone for their super chats. Bournemouth signing Shane Long on loan for the rest of the season. Should Norwich have considered something like that just to freshen up the strikers? Probably not for me. I think we've got Pukki, who's still, for me, although he hasn't been great in the last few games, the best striker in the division. You've got Adam Eder. You've got Jordan Hugill, who'll be returning from injury shortly. So I think another striker would have just bloated that position slightly. I think we're good with what we've got. I was content with our transfer window. Robin Frost, relax. Norwich will win. They will go bananas. this half. Well, Robin, I hope you're right, my friend. I really do. I don't think we've got too much evidence that will happen, but football is a strange game. We've seen stranger things before. It looks as if there's no substitutes so far this half. I mean, that's not surprising, is it? Daniel Farke rarely makes halftime substitutes. We need something different. Could it be this 11 that changes things? We're in to the second half. Welcome along, everyone, to the TNT Watchalong. Swansea City 1, Norwich City 0 so far this evening. Work to do for Norwich City, and it's great to have you along on this Friday evening. Really enjoying it, despite the match.
Look, we know, like deep down, every Norwich fan watching this right now, deep in their hearts knows the Norwich City have got the quality to win this game. Not to draw it, to win this game. We know that, right? We know that we can score goals, yeah? So I just think, like, just give some boys some breathing space, let them build into the second half, have some faith. We're not at the top of the league for no reason. We have ground out results. And we're losing the game at the moment, but these Norwich players will be so motivated to get something out of this game. They will not be content leaving Wales tonight with 0 points. That is for sure. But don't forget, Jack, if we lose, of course, we are still top of the league
for now.
And we've then got 4 games that we should win all of. Norwich City, some very smart play. By the way, the second half now is underway. 45 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Some really nice interchangeable triangles at the moment from Norwich City. Sorensen out wide, head up, trying to find that small pass, that option in the middle. He's found it in Rapinoe. Out wide to, don't know who, to be honest.
Go ahead. I think that's worth noting, though, Chris. I think the fact is there will be peaks and troughs in this season. We're going through a tough patch at the moment. We've got an easier month coming up. Hopefully we'll see some wins in that time. Swansea have suffered with results they wouldn't have expected. Brentford started the season really poorly. They've gone 19 games unbeaten, so they've kind of gone up the table. We were flying along, so there was always going to be a sticky patch, and hopefully we get something out of this game tonight. We've still got 45 minutes to turn things around. A big thank you to Jack for his $1.99 super chat. He says, Chris, what are your thoughts on Jack Mehoff?
Don't know who he is.
No, I don't either. Sorry.
Absolutely no idea. Max Aarons blast the ball out. Norwich City at the moment.
We just look scrappy.
What, we've given the ball away there. I don't like that. Out wide, cross, managed to get head in it, out wide. Get the ball out, lump it out. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's so scrappy from Norwich. It's so scrappy.
We're okay.
Get out. Well played, boys.
McLean, long up the pitch. Oh, no, it's given away. That's poor from Kenny McLean. Swansea can drive forward. Conor Hourihane strikes it. It's always Conor Hourihane. 2-0 Swansea.
Fuck's sake.
He's so good, Chris. He's so good.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Just cut out the second half and just stay organised. Just stay organised. There is no need. There's no need. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, it's a great strike. It's a brilliant strike. It has to be said.
We bigged it up at the start of the game, didn't we? Conor Hourihane, he always scores against us, whether it was Villa, Barnsley, and now Swansea. He's been an inspired signing for Swansea, but he's given away. I was bigging up Kenny McLean before the game, but he's been stinking in this match. It was given away. Tim Krul shakes his head, and it's a big, big ask for Norwich City to get back into this game. Swansea have come out in the second half and arguably put the game to bed. That's a sorry, sorry state of affairs.
At least we've got Lakens.
Yeah, and at least we've got Michael. He's put in a £5 super chat. I can't believe it. 2-0. Michael, I can't either. Literally 2 minutes into the second half, and the lead is being doubled. The first goal was scrappy. The second goal was a moment of brilliance from Conor Hourihane, but it was given away from Kenny McLean sloppily. We cleared our lines, we've done the hard work, and then we give it back to them. And you can't give Conor Hourihane that much space.
A Premier League player. You know, they've got confidence. Neil Luther's certainly confident. Goodness gracious, he's saying, Desmond, I'll certainly take that now. Neil, I'll buy that off you. How much?
Look, I think the thing is now, right, Swansea are the best defensive team in the league. They've conceded 15 all season. I think that's like 8 less than anyone else. It would be tough to score 2 against Swansea on a normal day. To score 2 against them now when they're probably going to be slightly more defensive as normal. They can be defensive now. They haven't got to go and chase things. It's going to be a big ask. Norwich have been poor tonight, and we have been poor for the last couple of games, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think so, Jack. I do think we've been substandard, certainly in front of goal for sure. And you know what? And I've seen a lot of comments in here about Daniel Farke. But you know, the team that were played apart from PP, I don't really know how Daniel Farke has necessarily got it wrong. You know, defensively, we have to do better. Swansea have won the ball brilliantly. They came out the second half flying, full of confidence. They get a shot away. And by the way, it's a shot from outside the box. And we've not seen the ball really end up in that sort of position for Norwich City. But you make your own luck. It comes with pressure. And Norwich City have not been able to really lay a glove on Swansea tonight. It's the honest truth. We've had a couple of speculative efforts. A Grant Hanley head that was saved, a good save from the Swansea keeper before the second half, and Timu Pukki gets a shot narrowly wide, but both speculative, you know, not one-on-ones, not creating anything. Swansea working so hard defensively. PP now, can he do something? We all know the answer to that. Oh my God, it's brilliant. Go on. Oh, Swansea clearing the ball. Norwich City now getting some joy, winning the ball back in midfield.
A big thank you to Toby. Oh, sorry. Toby, thank you. So poor. No creativity with that Emmy. On. Yeah, look, we'd like to see Onel on the pitch. Would he change things? Well, it'd be a big ask now. Look, we've won 1 league game without Emi Buendia since he joined. That's a damning statistic, but it shows just how good he is. We've got no one else to blame other than us for the fact we're without him. Timu Pukki in the box. This is dangerous for Norwich City. Nothing really comes of it. Oakley Rivers, thank you. Still loving the streams despite the performances. Oakley, really appreciate you as always. And a super chat here from Jack. Too many passengers in this team. Playing a central midfield in the number 10 doesn't work because they end up dropping into midfield, leaving Pukki stranded. Yeah, I guess. Look,
I'm just so disappointed because I really do mean it. Like, I really don't think I'm being a happy clapper here. Like, I really do back these Norwich boys. I really do believe in it.
Look, we're still top of the table, right?
And I just genuinely believe, yeah, we are still top of the table and we have got some winnable games. But, and I agree with the pessimistic Norwich fans as well. I empathise with their view, you know. We're not putting enough shots on target. We don't look dangerous, is the honest truth. The great, you know, positive thing is at least Emi Buendia is back for the next game, thank God. But, you know, it's just disappointing because I do genuinely believe that this Norwich team are definitely good enough to get a win tonight. And so far, we've literally just allowed Swansea to play their game. We've not got under their skin. We've allowed them to do what they want to do. We've given Conor Hourihane, a Premier League player, time and space on the edge of the box. He is the danger man. No one's man marking him. It's shit defending in the first instance. You know, I can actually, do you know what, Jack? Conor Hourihane's goal, it's a really well taken goal. Yeah. Yes, we stand off him. They break the play up. We haven't got midfield back. It's a good goal, right? But that first goal for me is inexcusable. No men on the post. It's shocking defending. And that's the frustrating thing for me after, you know, and actually is a bit embarrassing for me, really, because I really did, you know, praise this Norwich City defence. And I mean it. I do think they're good, but it's sloppy in such a big game to to just allow Swansea to have the opportunity. We're just serving it to them on a hot plate. We really are. It's so easy.
We look really disjointed. Even if we get possession, we just don't look like we're going to do anything with it. There's a triple substitution about to happen. Mario Vrancic, Adam Eder, and Onel Hernandez. Clearly work to be done, and Daniel Farke's trying to change it. Bevan, thank you for the Norwich GC. Does it not scare you as to what life will be like without Emmy? Look at how we've played without him nasty games, this one especially. Yeah, kind of, Bevan, but equally, like, I feared life without Maddison. I feared life without Huckabee. I feared life without Dion Dublin. Like, there's always someone else who'll take the mantle. We'll find someone. Look, the statistic to say that we've only won one without Emmy is a worry. Of course it is, and we do look better with him. But we lose games with Emmy in the side as well, so that's not necessarily the issue. I still think the issue has been the midfield. I just think we look disjointed.
Yeah, no, there's loads of positives, to take. Look, you can look at this now, and I've seen a comment in here, and I actually fundamentally disagree. I doubt it is related to Stuart Webber, Stephen, but I'm always happy to have a friendly debate here on the TNC Watchalong. He says, no point saying we're top of the table when we've been so rubbish for weeks. So fed up of our strikers and attacking midfield not striking or hitting the target. Our defender is the only person with a shot on target. What? Come on. I agree with your frustration, Stephen. I really do. By the way, Norwich City there have actually almost done something for once. McLean with a shot.
It was a good bit of play from Cantwell, and it's McLean's been awful. I bigged him up. That's what I.
By the way, it's brilliant from Todd Cantwell, who does his man brilliantly. Still having that spark. Lots of people write him off, but he creates another opportunity there, and it's a real poor strike under pressure. Anyway, Stephen, let me get back to you. There is a point in saying we're top of the league because we're not messing it up yet. Yes, there's the opportunity to do so, but we've created a buffer. The buffer's now gone. Yeah, I think that it's fair to start really moaning if we start messing up the next few games, because then you know that it's really poor. Yes, this is worrying. By the way, Norwich City are now finally bringing on their subs, the new Irish Messi.
And the positive here, Chris, is they've got over half an hour to try and make a difference. Hernandez, Eder, and Vrancic. You've got creativity on the pitch now. You've got more attacking options. Poeta off, Roop off, and Skip off.
Yeah, all I'm saying, Steve.
Have we got a midfield now, by the way?
I agree. I'm not sure. I agree with your frustration, Stephen, but I do still think that we can give the boys praise for being top of the league, considering, let's be honest, we still haven't played out of our skins to get to the top of the league. Are we doing a lead, says the Arabian Canary? I don't think we are. It's way too early for all
What's
of this.
doing a lead? Getting promoted?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough.
I think the midfield is now McLean and Vrant. I don't know what the midfield is now. Yeah, we've got a lot of attacking players on the pitch, and there's still half an hour against a very strong Swansea side. So this is going to be open.
It is. I think people aren't going to like to hear it, but that's fair play to Daniel Farke. 3 subs, 55 minutes when he brings them on. It's fair play. Fair play to him. Daniel Farke. Second half is the manager's half. He's done his job. He's brought on players that can change the game. He's brought on Onel Hernandez. We've asked him to do so. He has done his job. Now it's up to the players to make a difference. Swansea won't like this. And actually, Adam Eder is a man that I really do believe can make a massive difference to this. Strength, pace. By the way, early doors, Bosnian Beckham getting his head up, feeding Onel Hernandez, who takes his player brilliantly. That's what we want to see. The new players that are on the pitch, fresh legs, Jack, are livening it up already. Bosnian Beckham is
a goal completely changes the complexion of this. If 2-0's comfortable, right, 2-1 is suddenly nervy for Swansea. All it takes is a fluky goal within the next 10 minutes to get us back in it with enough time to grow, and suddenly you're looking up. But I just can't. We're not creating anything at the moment. Hopefully this triple substitution changes things somewhat.
Jack, it will come. It will come. The chances will come. I'm telling you now. Chances will come. Don't you worry. Todd Cantwell now on the ball, turning, twisting. No one's moving for him. Now they have. Out wide. Maxi Aarons feeds Todd Cantwell brilliantly. Todd Cantwell doesn't beat his man. And it's fed straight back into Swansea, who are now on the break.
Andre, are you breaking forwards? He's got men over. Swansea looking dangerous again. They've been good tonight, Swansea, but Norwich have not been at the races in this one.
No, we haven't. But look, come on. This is the time to inject some positivity. Daniel Farke brings on 3 substitutions. All 3 of those can make a difference. Mario Vrancic from a free kick. Adam Eder on the break. Onel Hernandez on the break. Wing play with Onel. This is an opportunity for Norwich City to go for it now. We're going to have to, because we are 2-0 down. Everyone knows that. Swansea building in confidence now. I tell you what, some absolutely fantastic football, and it's been cleared. 59 minutes, 59 seconds on the clock. Can Norwich City find a way back into this game, Jack? So far, they've not managed to do it.
No, I don't think we can. I mean, a point would be massive at this point. I think I would have probably taken a point at the start of this evening. I'd certainly take one now. Swansea are a good side, but it's disappointing in the manner of which we've gone behind in this game. Like first half, we were kind of in it, and it was a slightly fortunate set piece goal that got them ahead. The second half's been woeful. Like we haven't been in the game at all. And for a side top of the division, you'd be expecting more.
Yeah, I agree. I really do. That's the frustrating thing, Jack, and I think there is some psychology there, isn't there? Right? It's always better to be hunting than to be the hunted, and we've been the hunted for weeks. Brentford, Swansea, they're hungry. They want to catch us, and actually, they at the moment it looks like they would have brought the gap down to, I believe, is that 2 points, Jack. They have got a game in hand that they've got to win. 11 versus 11. You never know. Championship's a funny old league. You always get some shock results. I don't think look, I'll put my balls on the line here. I don't think Swansea are going to keep this up. I don't. We've seen Bournemouth kill their season. Watford have got mistakes. I know that Norwich City are going to be in and around the automatics this season. I've got every faith. And that's brilliant play from Norwich City, who've won a free kick in midfield against the Swansea captain. Not sure on his name, to be honest with you, but he's got a beard. So that's his insight. As much insight as I can give you. John Boy, £5 into the TNC kitty, says credit to Farke. He's mixing up the formula, bringing subs on earlier than he usually does. He's going for it. Let's win this game. Build some momentum. Bloody hell, John. I would love that. I really would love it. But Norwich have got to score for me in the next 10 minutes if that's to happen. Here we go. Oh, tell you what, it's fallen for, I think that's Skip or Sorensen maybe at the back.
It's not going to be Skip. He's not on the pitch. It was a good free kick from Mario Vrancic, whipped in. Yeah, it's kind of fallen through all of the players there.
So you get a foot on the end of it. It's a lovely, lovely free kick. It's sorry.
That's a corner, though.
And of course, Simon
It has to be a corner. It's not.
I honestly despise Simon Hooper with every single bone in my body. I really do. Fucking hell. Right, come on.
It's interesting you mentioned Bournemouth and Watford there. I think I said it on the last Watchalong. I think this is a 3-horse race now from now until the end of the season. Us, Brentford and Swansea. Swansea will be a point, I think, behind us if they were to win this. Brentford could go above us if they were to win their game in hand. So it's very tight now at the top of the table. We were starting to see a gap grow a couple of weeks ago. 2 draws and possibly a defeat for Norwich City. Oh, that's unlucky. Adam Eder getting in behind the defence. He's offside there. Just mistimed his run. More promising, though, from Norwich City. At least we've nearly got someone in behind the defence. We haven't done that all evening. We had that kind of half Pookie chance earlier on in the game. Graham, it's tough to be positive when you're playing like this, mate.
He says, guys, be positive. Give us some positivity then. Right, come on. Inject some positivity in the comments. What should we be positive about?
Have we been 2-0 behind at any point this season?
I don't think so.
No, I can't recall it.
So this is a big moment and an interesting test for this Norwich City side. How much desire do they have, or are they going to surrender? Because at the moment we're going out of this game without a whimper, Jack. That's the honest truth.
Yeah, I can't recall a game where we've been more than 2 goals behind, which is pleasing. The form we've shown this season. It's still 2-0 here. Swansea winning. Damon, no injuries. There's I guess Damon.
It was almost, I thought it was a miracle when they announced that there was no new injuries in the press. That was unbelievable, wasn't it? It really was. Loads of comments and 850 of you in the house. Thanks so much for your support. Look, if it's going to be a bad game, at least you're watching it with other people who are also moaning. And that's it's a poor header from Ben Gibson. It's a rare mistake. It's gone out for us.
We just look pinned in. We look so, I don't know what it is. Usually when Norwich have got the ball, you expect them to create something or at least just dominate possession. Tonight, we haven't kept the ball for long periods. We haven't created a clear-cut chance.
Agreed, Jack. Agreed. I agree with that. Okay, really interesting point. Why haven't we kept the ball?
It's the midfield, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know, mate. Like maybe we need to check. Maybe we need something more radical than that. Maybe we need to start playing 2 up top. I don't know. Like,
well, we've got 2 up top now, and we still
now we have. I don't know. Like, do we need to try something different? Because at the moment, the last few games, I don't think Daniel Farke can moan at too much criticism because they do deserve it, Jack. We've looked, and there you go. Dale's saying exactly what I'm saying. Where's Dale? YouTube. We look tired. Agree. And why? Why on earth do we look tired? This team are. This team shouldn't be looking tired.
Yeah, that's not an excuse. I mean, Norwich have got the deepest squad in the division, and everyone who was tipping Norwich up to be the champions at the start of the season, that was the reason that we've got so much. We've got so much strength in depth.
Cheesy says sloppy passing could be the reason. Yeah, we have given away the ball far too many times this season, but definitely this game, that's for sure. A bit of a clash, by the way. Adam Eder on the GK there, looking a bit injured actually. Chris Dayton.
Yeah, he's back on his feet. That's all fine. Chris, Cruel believes that's all the positivity you need. If anyone can do this, Farke and these boys can. Agree, though, Jack. We look a little pinned in. Yeah, I think we do. Look, I'm being negative tonight, and that's fine. I'm quite a reactionary fan. I think football fans should be that in general. Like this is our emotional outlet. We've got an easier month coming up. Wickham, Rotherham,
Coventry.
Birmingham, Coventry. Like games we should be winning. These are the types of games where you expect away at Swansea, you draw it, you move on. Like there's been games this season that we've won that we haven't deserved to. There's been games that we've drawn that we should have won. So it all evens out. The worry at the moment is we're not creating chances. But when Buendia's back in the side and you've got Pukki firing, all it takes is a 3-0 win, breaking forward. Oh, unlucky.
Get there.
All it takes is a 3-0 against the Rotherham or against the Wickham, and suddenly you're buoyant again, and suddenly you're top of the table again. Things change quickly in this division. Look, we're not in the best of form, but we're fine. We're okay.
Yeah, I do.
I think.
I do. It's not the time to fly the white flag. It's certainly not the time for abusing the Norwich players. Like, this isn't, this is a side that are doing everything they can and they will get there. They will find a way. But look, come on. There's still time in this game. 67 minutes, 57 seconds on the clock. Norwich City now turning up the energy. Finally, Simon Hooper finally giving Norwich City a free kick. Goodness me. Dubai Canary reckons there's a goal for Norwich City coming. Well, it could be because Norwich have just won a free kick. The referee is saying something to the Bosnian Beckham.
Look, even if Norwich aren't at the races, when you've got Mario Vrancic on a free kick, like things can happen. It could be one of them games where you just score a scrappy corner and a bit of Vrancic quality, and suddenly you're back in it. Like that's the type of performances that champions put in. You're not performing well, and you still get something. It would be a big ask for Norwich to get back into this game now. 2-0 down, but. Goals can happen quickly. Goals can change games. Vrancic to whip in a free kick. Oh, it nearly gets through. It doesn't, and it's cleared by Swansea. Unlucky, though. Another dangerous ball from Mario Vrancic.
Yeah, it's a good ball from Bosnia, and that's exactly what you're talking about in the first half, Jack. That's why Mario is potentially better off the bench once the opposition are tied. Winning free kicks in dangerous areas. Todd Cantwell, the man that is doing that, winning free kicks. That's what he does very well. Bosnian Beckham, gets a great ball in again, and is almost met from Norwich City. Now 69 minutes. 16 seconds on the clock. Toby Gallant, another super chat. Mate, thank you so much for your support. Hugely appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Watching us this season makes me think back to 2018, 2019. On Hernandez.
Oh, it's cleared from Swansea. It's a chance. Sorry, Jack.
Yeah, hang on. We'll stay with Norwich here because we're looking dangerous. Hernandez, Cantwell.
Bosnian.
No. Okay, Toby Gallant. Watching us this season makes me think back to the 2018-19 season and realise just how instrumental Moritz Leitner was. 8 out of 10 weeks. Yeah, Norwich. Look, it's a completely different setup this season. Norwich were naive, young, fearless, attacking, brilliant that season. We conceded a lot of goals. We scored more goals. It was Paul Lambert-esque of that 2010 season where you just outscore your opponents. It was carnage. We're different this season. Moritz Leitner was a great player. So was Tom Tribal. For whatever reason, they haven't been included in the squad this year.
Great from an Toby, thanks for super chat, mate. Do really massively appreciate that. You really don't need to keep super chatting, but hugely appreciate it. Mate, great stuff from El Hernandez, by the way. Energy, picks up the ball, beats his man, gets a shot on the, off out of his feet. That's what we need. That's the type of player that should have been starting from the off. Is the criticism from that Farke will get from me today. 70 minutes, 47 seconds on the clock. Swansea's manager looks like a PE teacher, doesn't he? Like a really dried up, almost retired PE teacher.
But he's winning.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Not denying that. Not denying that. Susanna George is buzzing. She's on the cocktails probably by now. Anel Hernandez.
I feel like these games where it's late on a Friday and you're losing and it's suddenly 9:45, it's difficult to stay positive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, Jack. But come on, we're top of see? It's just fine margins. It's a great cry. And by the way, Adam Eder there, he knows. He even does this. He's like, close. It's a brilliant ball.
All it takes is that little touch, isn't it?
Exactly. We are so close now. Norwich City they are building. Believe. We need to nick a goal and we're back in this, Jack.
Right? Kenny McLean's been poor tonight, and I bigged him up, and he hasn't delivered. But it was a lovely ball into Adam Eder. He takes it on the chest. It's nearly a sublime touch, nearly getting back into the game. Look, there's 20 minutes left in this game, and it's been all Norwich for the last 5 to give it to them. We're clearly going for it. We need to go for it. Look, a goal in the next 5 would change the complexion of this. We need something.
Mate, the 3 subs are doing really well and are really bringing something, that we've lacked. Energy, tackles, beating players, getting shots away. I think Daniel Farke really does need to look at his starting 11. I really do. Grant Hanley almost beaten, but of course he's not beaten. He does well to get the ball back to Tim Krul, who lumps it upfield. Adam Eder's gone all the way back. Todd Cantwell with an absolutely fantastic touch, and it's gone out wide.
How did Swansea manage to get Conor Hourihane? I would have been so keen to get him.
Oh, mate, 100%. It's just not in the Norwich transfer policy, though, is it? Oh, brilliant stuff from El Hernandez, drives forwards, and the referee has not given a free kick. I think that probably was a fair tackle. Swansea's time back now. Norwich City midfield getting back into position. Jakob Sorensen running back into that left-back position that he's abandoned to get forwards. He has to do so now. Norwich City trying to break through the door. Jeffrey Wyatt is missing Steepman and Buendia.
Yeah, I agree. I think we do miss Steepman. I think he's that connection between the midfield and the strikers that we haven't had. It looks disjointed. Norwich are always at their worst when the midfield's not linking with the strike force. And I think Steepman does that so perfectly. But look, if he's got a serious kind of virus, there's not much we can do about that. The positive is that Buendia is back for the next game.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. We'll start to look at the next game when this is over, because I still have got faith that Norwich will get a point out of this. I really do believe it. Peter Baldwin says, We're not creating clear-cut chances, though. It's all well and good having possession, but goals win games. Peter, you're totally right. So my question to you and everyone watching, 869 of you now, by the way, thank you so much for your support. As always, hugely appreciate it. But actually, Todd Cantwell today has created chances for Teemu Pukki. So what is the answer? Are we not doing it early enough? Are we not starting the right
I don't think they've been clear-cut chances, though, have they?
Well,
we've had one or two, maybe.
I think Pukki's had a chance. He snatched at it. He's under a lot of pressure. I get that, Jack. But Todd Cantwell tonight has created chances. Fact, right? So, are we still waiting for Pukki to sharpen up? By the way, Swansea now bringing on a substitution. It's number 9, Jamal Lowe, off for number 11 for Swansea. No idea who that is. Not going to pretend. Joshua Clark, by the way, great comment from Joshua. Ryan Bennett's marshalled Pukki brilliantly tonight. It's hard to disagree with that. Ryan Bennett, of course, former Norwich player. We kind of talked that up, didn't we? Amy Clement, Swansea fan, said that, he was the man for Swansea in defence, and he's proving right so far. Less than 15 minutes to go now. Can Norwich City get a point out of this game? It'd be a brilliant result if Norwich managed to get a point now, but I must admit, Jack, as you are probably wanting to say, it's hard to see. It really is hard to see how Norwich are going to do it now, isn't it? Because we're just not creating enough.
Look, Swansea will be in dreamland right now. They're 2-0 up at home. They've got the best defence in the league by a long way. They will happily sit on a 2-0 scoreline. Yes, we've had a lot of the ball, but look, we haven't created anything, and Swansea aren't allowing us to create anything. Like, if you get 2-0 behind to any championship team, you shouldn't be expecting to get anything from it. We've thrown this game away. It was a scrappy first goal. The start to the second half was absolutely appalling. Even if we put in a 120% performance from now until the end, you shouldn't be expecting anything. You've got 15 minutes to break down the best defence in the league twice. It's not, stranger things have happened, but I can't see it happening, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's hard. Bosnian Beckham does really well there to beat two men. Doesn't get his cross in, though. Poor from Bosnia.
The only thing I would say, and we're being negative now, and I think rightfully so, because it feels like a long time since Norwich have last scored, and it was a long time.
Fair enough. I'm not going to sit here and happy clap all night, Jack. I do think that the Norwich team do deserve criticism. It's not nice for people watching the watch-along to listen to, but that's the truth. You're right, Jack. We haven't scored a goal in so long now. It's fair enough.
The positive is we've got Buendia returning for the next game, and that will help. And it's against Stoke at home. Stoke, I don't think have won a game in 9. Tyrese Campbell's out injured. So there's chinks in their armour as Norwich break forwards and it's blocked again. That's the story of the evening. Is it time for Ballymumba or someone? I'm seeing a lot of Ballymumba comments in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, I'm going for my last toilet break of the evening. Hopefully it will create something. Come on.
Of course he is. Let me know the final score in the chat. Thanks so much for watching, as always, folks. I know it's not an easy game tonight. It's certainly not an enjoyable one. If you're a Norwich fan, I know there's a lot of Swansea fans in here enjoying the frustration from the Norwich City camp. Certainly my lucky shirt and scarf has completely failed me, so that will be staying in my wardrobe for the next one. Wow. Kern 9618 is certainly on the Lakens. 3-2 Gibbo hat-trick. Well, get a bet on that if you believe it. That's for sure. Harry Jackson reckons it's going to be 3-0 to Swansea. Absolutely could be the way that this is going at the moment. Matthew Tyrrell says 2-2 Norwich. Late goals. Wow. Jordan Scott, he's dismissing Jack's comments about Stoke. Stoke won't be any easier next Saturday. Look, Stoke, they've certainly, they've put in a great fight against us already this season. We were at, if I'm really honest, we were lucky to get 3 points away to them. If you remember, a man down there and scraped the 3 points, but we got them. And that's always the flip side of this Norwich City side, isn't it? It's that frustrating thing. If we're not completely shy, there is the belief there. We've got the players to do the job, but they're just not doing it tonight. It's again a silly foul to give away from Jakob Sorensen, albeit in the Swansea half, and they're slowing the game down now. As Jack said, they're in dreamland, and this is absolutely ideal for Swansea. Ollie Humphrey, thanks so much for the super chat as always. Really appreciate your support.
Chris, I have had a small positive right now. I've opened my Jack Valentine cask and I've aired it, and I just had a small sample, like a little. Oh my goodness, it's incredible. If you. They don't have much left. So Laken's link in the description. Jack Valentine limited edition ale. I'm not necessarily an ale drinker, but it's so good. Get involved. It will cheer you up no end.
Yeah. You know what cheers me up? No matter how bad Norwich play, we will never be as bad as Ipswich Town, rotting away in League One. Paul Shambert, Norwich City legend, trying to get them up.
I think that's unfair. He's doing a good job.
Yeah. Brilliant job. But look, at the end of the day, no matter what happens, we will never be as bad as Ipswich Town. So keep smiling, Norwich fans. There's always
Swansea coming forwards again. Is that a penalty? Surely.
No, it's not. It's brilliant defending from Norwich City.
If that's 0-0, that's a penalty.
Is it?
Yeah. You know what? Like, it's Friday night. I've had a few beers. I'm chatting to my best mate. We've got 900 people in the comments. How can I be sad? I can't be sad. I need to. Just when Norwich play like this, and I know the potential of this squad, it just frustrates me. Sean Esgate. Thank you so much, Sean.
Timu's not quite there. He's a little bit off the pace. I'm seeing it quite a few times tonight. I'm sorry to turn on Timu. People don't like it, but it's the truth. He's not sharp at the moment. By the way,
dog is how I feel. Like there's glimmer in the eyes, but slight hint.
I tell you what, I'm really sorry to say it, but I've watched that back, and I think that's a Swansea penalty.
Yeah, it is a Swansea penalty, but they're 2-0 up.
I think he's put his arm on him, and he's also, and unfortunately, he's actually kind of kicked him as well. Swansea should probably have a penalty. Norwich City riding their luck here. I tell you what, it's a brilliant challenge.
Timu.
Brilliant stuff. Timu free, and it's offside.
Sean, when you top of the league, you are top of the food chain. You are the hunted, not the hunter. Got outplayed and out-hustled for the last 4 games. Yeah, I mean it's a dark analogy, Sean, but it's true. Maybe this is the shock we needed. Like maybe we've been sailing, and we've been sailing on calm seas for a little while, and you don't learn anything.
Yeah.
When you're on the Yarmouth waterways, when it's rocky, that's when you learn things. When people get chucked overboard, that's when you learn things. And maybe this is what we needed. So I like that from you, Sean. I really do.
Tell you what, it's definitely a penalty.
Oh, 100%.
It's definitely a penalty. Obviously, I dismissed it straight away, but
the really annoying thing about this, Chris, is I've got so many Swansea supporting friends.
Well, there you go. And by the way, Amy, Swansea fan, that's definitely a penalty. Amy, you're right. It is a penalty. I'm not going to sit here and lie about that. Swansea should probably be 3-0 up by now. Just a reminder, if you do resort to abuse in the comments, you will be blocked. This is a safe space for Norwich fans to get together during lockdown, a time where mental health is really important, more important than ever before. So please keep it nice. It is frustrating that Norwich are losing, but absolutely no need to resort to personal abuse for both our players and fellow fans. Bosnian Beckham breaks into the box. Lovely black heel. And El Hernandez twists, turns, feeds it. Pookie! Oh, it's blasted over the bar. See, Jack, that's what I'm talking about. That's a chance. That's a chance. And I'm not going to say that that's not a clear-cut chance. That is a very big chance for Timu Pukki to get at least a shot on bloody target there. And El Hernandez is brilliant to feed the ball through. Oh, it's woeful from Timu. It's woeful.
It's half a chance.
It's poor. It's poor. It's really poor, mate. I'm not saying it's half a chance. Get the fucking ball on target. You practice every bloody day. Come on. It's poor.
Yeah. It's coming across him. Look, 2 shots on target for Norwich tonight isn't good enough. Dowell Dino will be the man coming on shortly for Norwich. Alex Griffin, good to see you in the Super Chat. Hope things are well down in mid-table of League One. I think Alex deleted his Twitter as well. Hope you're well, Alex. Anyway, how many has Pookie got this season? Pookie scored 11 times, I think, for Norwich this season.
Wow. Lots of revelations there. Todd Cantwell, brilliant play. Getting out wide to Max Aarons. Gets across it. Oh, Adam Eder, so close to getting his skull on the end of that, but he doesn't. That is the story.
I tell you what, Adam has looked a threat for Norwich this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. He has. I said that when he came in. I tell you what as well, if he just commits a little bit more to that slightly early, it's a brilliant cross from
good play from Norwich there all round.
Anything on that and that's in there is absolutely brilliant. Must be said. Oh, by the way, Dowell Dino's on. Canwell off. Dowell on. Just 5 minutes. Well, less than 5. Well, probably 5 minutes left of this game, of course, including additional added time. Swansea winning 2-0. I think it's, I'll be honest, Jack. I'm a raging Norwich fan. I love this football club, but I'm always happy to admit when a team has been better than us and deserve to win. And Swansea deserve it tonight. They really do. They do. And it hurts me to say it, but they do. They've been brilliant.
Look, the only thing that's delivered tonight are our lovely viewers' super chats. John Boy, agreed, Jack. We've become complacent. We can win this league, but only if we respect it. Need to find a solid starting 11. I don't think we've necessarily become complacent. I don't think I've said that. I think we just need to switch things up a little bit. I think we need to. I don't think it's complacency because I think everyone is trying their very hardest.
Yeah, agreed.
But I think there might need to be a slight switch in the game plan because the sample size is big enough now. 4 games is a big enough sample size to start to worry that we haven't created chances. In today's game, Millwall, Middlesbrough and Barnsley, we haven't created a single decent chance, really, and that's worrying. And when you've got the quality of Buendia and Cantwell and Pookie and Hernandez and Pochetta and Dowell, like you've got a lot of money's worth of talent there. You should be doing more. And it's not happening for whatever reason. So we need to have a look at it. But at the same time, let's not overdo it. We're still top of the league. So it's a fine balance. I think people are right to criticise, and I think that's allowed. But let's not go overboard. I think that's the key thing here. Norwich have been the brightest of the sides in the last 20 minutes. As Aaron's get forwards, that's a chance.
No, over the bar. It's proper Johnny Wilkinson. It's so unfortunate there for an L. Let's see that back there. Pookie does well to hold it up. He's given the ball out wide to Maxi Aarons, the Barcelona-bound boy. It's a brilliant cross again. I think, to be fair to an L, he has to shoot there. He has to try something there. He does the right thing. He picks the right option. Tough one to take there. Plenty of men there for Swansea to defend it as well.
The positive for Norwich in the last 20 is we've dominated it, but I think Swansea will be okay with that. I think they'll be okay with us having lots of the ball.
Of course they will. Oh, yeah. God, yeah. They know that we're not going to break the game down as we are playing now. 100%.
Robin, thanks, mate. You've thrown a lot of Aussie dollars in tonight. I hope all is good over in Oz. This game became 100% tough when Buendia got sent off. Yeah. When Buendia originally got sent off, I didn't realise it was going to be a 2-game ban. Until after the game, and then suddenly you don't mind missing him for Millwall because you've still got enough for that game. But Swansea, like Buendia, changes the complexion of tonight. I really do think that. The second goal's killed us here. At 1-0, you're still confident, and it wasn't a bad first half. The first 20 minutes of the second half was inexcusable. It wasn't good enough.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I'm still absolutely furious with the defending for that first goal, mate. I think it's shocking. Look, maybe it's zonal marking. Maybe
go on, Timu. Oh, that's awful.
Timu Pookie tonight has been nowhere near the mark. And I know people love Timu, and he deserves to be loved because he's brilliant and he's in the goal scoring records now, and he's a legend. But he's certainly not in his purple patch anymore, is he? I mean, it's poor from Pookie. It's brilliant from Adam Eder, though. He's won the ball back. Oh, and he was offside. Frustrating one, Jack. don't think we're going to break the deadlock. 88 minutes, 34 seconds on the clock. Daniel Farke, hands deep in his darker parka, not making any noise. I tell you what, the Swansea manager doesn't look very bonny, does he? He's
I don't know why, because he's done a very good job tonight. I tell you who has done a good job. All of our new subscribers. We're very close to 21,000. A big thank you to all the Swansea fans that have subscribed. I know a lot of Amy Clements fans have come over. So thanks to Amy. Thanks to all the Swansea fans. You're welcome here. I've got a lot of South Wales in my life, so you are welcome. Thanks to Jack for the super chat. It's not been Norwich's night. 89 minutes on the clock. Still 2-0. Goals from Andre Ayew and Conor Hourihane. The difference so far.
What about this? Is it early for this? Neil Luther. Little positive. We need to win 10 of the next 18 games to give us 85 points plus a couple of draws. Sees us promoted. Is it too early for that, Neil? I like that.
I like that.
Neil has got the injection out and he's put it straight in. He's gone, right, I'm being positive here. And I like that from Neil.
No, I think that's brilliant, because I think we're ahead of where we're certainly ahead of where we expect. Let me quickly look at the league table. Look, 2 points a game is the aim, isn't it? That's always the aim in this division. I think that will be enough this season. We've played 28 games. Is it 28 or 29? 28, and we've got 55 points. So we're pretty much, we're slightly behind 2 points a game. So we're nearly on target. And the next month, I think, will be really pivotal for Norwich. That's where we'll kind of figure it out. Swansea will drop points. Brentford will drop points come the end of the season. We're going through a sticky patch, as all will do.
Jack T has said that we've forgotten a super chat. We absolutely didn't, my friend. We put it on screen and we really appreciate it. Thanks so much, mate. Hugely appreciate that. And Toby Gallant, again, another couple of quid. Don't let it ruin your Friday weekend. Come on. Love a bit of that from Toby.
I'm just tired.
I love this from the man with the best profile picture on the TNT Watchalong. That's an absolute bloody shambles. Who was that? Oh, Maxi. It's a terrible strike.
That's just pure frustration, that is.
Yeah, but he's got to try something different. Fair play to him. Sid T says Swansea are doing what Norwich do best: see out a result and never leave second gear. And that's the truth. Like, I still don't look at that Swansea side and go, wow, absolutely amazing. They've blown us away tonight. They haven't blown us away tonight. Conor Hourihane, Premier League quality. Great strike. Absolutely deserved to have one goal. But I'll say it again. The defensive work for that corner was awful. I don't think Swansea have played their best tonight, Jack, at all. And yet they're beating us 2-0. Yeah,
they're solid, though. And I think a lot of teams would have gone up against us this season and said the same as you just said. Like, haven't blown us away, but just got the job done. I mean, I look at so many performances where we've won 1 or 2-0 and it's not been anything to write home to the grandkids about, but it's been enough. And Swansea are solid. Like, they don't score tons of goals, but they literally concede hard. They're basically on for a record for the lowest amount of goals conceded over the course of the season. If they go at their current rate, they will break records for that. So they're a very strong side. It also doesn't excuse the performance tonight. We've been shocking. No, I think we have been
shocking. I mean, we've not been shocking. We've not been shocking.
We have been.
I don't know. I don't think we've been shocking.
We haven't created a chance, Chris.
Mate, we've not been good going forwards, but that's not shocking. Shocking is losing 4-5-0, mate. I'm sorry.
I don't. The thing is, I think if you're looking from the outside in and you're seeing Norwich City top of the table and you're looking at the performance tonight, you're going, these shouldn't be top of the table.
Lots of people
made it. Look, James, if you made $1,000 on Bitcoin, mate, chuck a few quid in the TNT kitty. Come on, James.
Agreed, James.
Well done, James. Well done.
Oh dear. Look, loads of people. By the way, always happy to have a friendly debate here on the TNT Watchalong. Lots of people agree with you and disagree with me. Steve Moo123 says, Jack, I agree. We are shocking. Not going to try and pronounce the first name, the second name, Spacehead. We have been, Chris, come on, mate. Joshua also says, Chris, we've been shocking.
Look, shocking tonight. In the whole, we've been really good.
Look, mate. There's a long way to go. We're over halfway.
Massively.
We are still ahead of our points total from the last time we were promoted. We are still top of the league. Swansea have still got to win their game in hand. Norwich City, I am very optimistic, will win their next game. We've got a very, very good string of games coming up to get a winning streak back on again. I'm not going to worry until we lose the next game. I'm not. I'm really not, Jack. I think we've still. I still think we've got a side that absolutely should go on to win the league. We're over the halfway mark now. We're top of the league, and it's so easy, right? And people won't like hearing this from me, but I don't really care, really, because I'm the one doing this. At the end of the day, it's so easy to sit here and be negative. It's so easy to slag off the performance tonight, but we are top, and there is a long way to go. And I just believe in these boys. I think they'll turn it around. We've got Emi Buendia coming back in the next game. It's very easy to slag off and be negative about it. And yeah, it's frustrating tonight. I get that, and I totally empathise with. I'm frustrated too, but I also understand that this team will get back to their best. They will. They absolutely will. I still think we'll be promoted, 100%.
Thanks to Ian for the £5 super chat. Really appreciate it, mate. And a big thanks to Bevan. He's off to do something. We'll leave that. We'll leave that to him. There we go. Swansea have won. We've lost 2-0. Andre Ayew and Conor Hourihane, the goal scorers. I mean, look, that's one to forget. And the last 4 games have been games to forget. Norwich City still, though, do find themselves top of the table. Look, I don't know how much longer that will be the case for, but we are top for now, and we do have a much easier month coming up. Stoke, Birmingham, Rotherham, Wickham in there. We should be winning some more games from there on in. Look, Amy, thanks for all of your love and support the last few days. Finally feel like I can breathe. I'd say we have had a very solid defensive game. We look very calm and collected, lacked creativity, but took our chances, and I'm very happy. Yeah, Man City in the cup for them. Good luck to Swansea from now on until the end of the season.
Genuinely, I'm not like this normally, but I know there's lots of Swansea City fans that have just joined us. Well played. Seriously, well played, right? You got your game plan right. You knew where Norwich were going to potentially hurt you, and your defence was solid. You took your chances. Conor Hourihane, new fan favourite, deserves all of the praise. Capitalised on a defensive mistake from Norwich. I'm not going to sit here and say, screw Swansea and all this. Swansea, fair play. They were brilliant tonight, and they absolutely deserved the win. They deserved the win, and Norwich fans won't like hearing it, but that's the truth. So I'm not, gonna, there's no need to bite or anything. I know a lot of Swansea fans have joined us to see our reaction, but I don't. Swansea are a good footballing side. They play some fantastic stuff, and they deserve it. And I really wish Swansea all the best of luck. I still think that there's a long way to go, and I still absolutely believe that Norwich will be there or absolutely thereabouts. As you said, Jack, it's between us, Brentford and Swansea. Humbly take defeat tonight. Norwich weren't at the races. They've got a big month ahead of them now, Jack. Big month. They've thrown away all of their progress they've made, though, and I will say that for sure.
Sid T, just a blip, lads. We'll get stronger 100%. Get on and Emmy firing all cylinders coming up. Big thank you to Simon. We knew this was going to be tough. Next 2 games will define success of the season. Positive energy. Look, Chris, easier games coming up, and Simon's right there. If you suddenly string 3 or 4 wins together, you forget about the last 4 results. Barnsley in the cup doesn't really matter. Middlesbrough draw, you'd probably take. Millwall was a disappointing game, but still clean sheet. You can kind of move on with that. Tonight, simply not good enough. Easier games coming up. Also, big thank you to Azuka. Fair play to Chris for backing the lads. The game was really frustrating, but we move. Big up the Chatteris, massive. Look, what do we do now? some really important games coming up for Norwich City. We haven't scored in 4 now, which is a worry. Talk to me.
I do think Daniel Farke needs to change it. I'm going to lose my mind if he starts PP in the next game. You know, I really hope this doesn't come across as if I don't want to create a pylon culture, because I think there is a player in there. I don't think, actually. I know there's a very good player in there. I just think he actually needs a bit of protection from his manager. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I really just think that Daniel Farke should be protecting PP at the moment, playing an El Hernandez. And El came on and actually managed to get something into the game tonight. Adam Eder, another player that is knocking on the door, and for me probably deserves a start. I think we do need to change it again. I think it was right to start Sorensen tonight, and I would do so in the next game. We've got Emi Buendia coming back. That's a huge positive. You know, this is tough tonight to take. Swansea, fair play. You know, there's still loads of Swansea fans, and you were brilliant, guys. You really were. But look, a long way to go. And I'm looking at this now, Jack. They've got an away game next against Sheffield Wednesday. They've then got, I tell you what, by the way, Swansea have got some winnable fixtures coming up. They got Wednesday away, Forest at home, Huddersfield away, Coventry at home, and then they've got Bristol, which is very tough in my opinion.
You never know though, because every team's fighting for something.
Championship.
Yeah. Harry, thank you. £2 super chat. Some positives. Let's keep going. Always behind you. Thanks, Harry. Matt, could be worse. Could have Werner, or be Ipswich. Look, let's not get too down tonight. We've got our beers, 20% off. Link in the description. We're top of the table still. Just let's hang on to that while we've still got it. And we are still ahead of where we expected to be. Forget the last 4 games. We can only look forwards. Ryan Thompson, I guess Swansea and Brentford still have to win their games in hand. However, this is psychologically damaging.
Right.
Look, one opinion would be you'd rather be the hunting than the hunted. The other opinion would be you'd rather have points than games in hand. And Norwich have games in hand. And look, let's not... If this was the position of the table with 4 games to go, right, we're starting to worry. There's tons of games still to go, people. This is a marathon. This isn't a sprint. We're top. If we'd just beaten Swansea to get in this position, we'd be buzzing.
Yeah,
we're fine. We're okay. Keep telling yourself we're okay, and you'll convince yourself.
I was going to say, Jack, there's a lot of self-talk there. And before you get on to the next super chat, and thanks so much, Ryan, for that. Couple of comments to react to. Colin disagrees. He says Bristol are poor. Okay. Bristol did quite well against us. Maybe that's more of a reflection on maybe Norwich being poor. Matt Wastell says 3 shots on target in last 3 games. No,
Matt, I was trying to be positive, man.
Back 4. I know. Look, and that is a damning stat, and it doesn't look good. But we have got Emi to come back in the next game. And do you know what? I want people to hold me accountable, right? Because I'm saying patience this. Wait a minute, we're top of the league, keep the faith, we've got the boys, blah, blah, blah. I want you to all have a pop at me in the next watch-along if we don't get a win, right? Because Emi's back. We've got to bounce back from this.
Oh, mate, we've got to win.
I agree with the last comment that this is psychologically damaging. I tell you what isn't psychologically damaging. Chris Dayton is in with a super chat again. £10. Thank you so much, Chris. Hugely appreciate it. You really don't need to keep super chatting, but we really do appreciate it. He says, fair play to Swansea. Really like them. Happy to lose to them. Wow. How many beers have you had? Sub changed the game. We grew into it. Fact is, risk equals reward. Come on, lads. Be positive. City and Swans to go up on autos. Bees in playoffs. Chris, top man. Thanks for super chat. Hard to disagree with any of that. Apart from being happy to lose to Swansea, I'm certainly not happy about that. Right, Jack. Looking forwards now to the next few fixtures, right? Stoke City up next to home. I tell you what, the pressure from the fans, and rightly so, will be absolutely on this Norwich City team to bounce back. Will they, though?
Yeah, I think they will. I think they will. Stoke have been in poor form. They haven't won in 9. I think they go up against Reading tomorrow. It's Reading they've got tomorrow. So that's a tricky game for them. Look, I know you think Reading and Tim Pot, the scoring goals are fun. Hopefully they put Stoke to bed. Stoke without Tyrese Campbell, so there's chances there. Look, I think at the moment you have to almost disregard the opposition. You have to look at what's going wrong with Norwich City, and there's clearly problems going forwards. Defensively, you're going to concede goals at some point, and conceding 2 goals in the last 3 games, you can deal with that. What you can't deal with is 3 shots on target in 3 games, whatever it was, something stupid like that. So that's been poor. So something needs to change there. Simon says Swansea beat a Norwich side who was struggling to hit the back of the net in recent games, and that's the problem. Does Farke have another plan? Yeah, I think he does. I think he does, because we've seen Norwich play attacking football under Farke this season. We've seen defensive football under Farke. I think there is a plan B in there. I think when you've got Emi back, and I think when you've got Hernandez up to full speed, and I think when you've got Janulis fully integrated into the side, and you've got Max Aaron's confident, it doesn't take long to turn things around. Look, I look back to when I was sat in the Red Lion pub in London after Norwich had just been defeated by Derby, and we were like 17th in the division. And I was thinking, how on earth do we turn things around from here? I couldn't see a way back for Norwich. And suddenly it takes a scrappy win. Look back to the 2018-19 season. We started that season poorly, and it was a win over Preston. Tete scoring that night, and Pookie. And things change very quickly. All of you people in the comments, me included, Chris included, if you put a scrappy 1-0 win in against Stoke, suddenly you're screaming for 100 points again. It doesn't take much to change it. And this team has put together some marvellous victories this season. So we can't get too down on ourselves. But you also can't overlook the issues that we've so clearly got. Tim, cruel saviour, says, look, on the positive, the goals were our fault. Yeah, completely agree. Thank you so much for the super chat. Steve, we haven't looked like scoring goals for weeks. Ida was good tonight when he came on.
Yeah. Big call, I know, and some people might crucify me for this. Is it time to rest Timu Pukki? Is it time to start Adam Ida? I don't think it will happen, but is it time?
No, not for me. Not for me.
Fair enough. No. It's a game of opinions. And
look, I think it's a very valid. I think it's a valid shout, and I think there'll be people that think he should be rested. I do, but I think. Look, Pookie hasn't been at the races the last couple of games, but I still think he's the best striker in the division. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay to rest him, and it's okay to admit that he's short on confidence, and he's certainly not taking chances at the moment.
No, mate, no, I'm not disagreeing with that. I don't think Pookie's been good enough last 4 games. I don't. No.
Well, we're not scoring goals, right? And the people that need to score the goals are the forwards, right? And by the way, I really want to be clear here, right? Timu Pukki, quality, almost legendary status, amazing striker. But it's okay to rest and rotate. You know, I'm not saying Pookie's not good enough anymore. He's rubbish. Blah blah blah. I'm just saying, does he need a rest? I'm just asking
I think it's a very valid point. You've certainly had worse opinions over the years.
Right, Jack. We've spoken about Stoke. At home, we've got to get a scrappy 1-0 win, as you've said there. We've then got Coventry away, Rotherham at home, Birmingham away, Wickham away, right? And then we've got Brentford at home. So
mate, it's a massive month. Massive month.
I know, but just to play devil's advocate with you, and just to get us further down the line, okay? We're not going to be out in front all season long, yeah? Everyone that goes on to win this league isn't always... They don't get to the top and stay there. I thought it was a very good point Daniel Farke made in his pre-match press conference. I keep banging on about it, but it was genuinely very good. He spoke about, speak to Huck, speak to Wes, speak to Norwich players that have, won the league for Norwich. They don't get there and stay there. There are periods of up and down, It's a storm. You have to ride the waves. You've got to look at yourself and decide what do you need to change, what don't you need to change. Now, of course, these next few games are not going to be easy, Jack. They'll put up a big fight. And what have I said at the start of this watch-along? We struggle to break teams down that put men behind the ball. And by the way, I would honestly say the next 5 are going to do that. They really are. They're not going to play expansive, pretty football like Swansea. And I sat here and said, Swansea will be easier to break down tonight. Well, I was wrong. Swansea were really resolute, and that is a worry for Norwich. The pressure is on now, and then someone, great question in the comments about, does Daniel Farke have a plan B? He does, but my question to Daniel Farke is, has he got the balls to play it? Because at the moment he's still starting PP, not resting. Midfielders and strikers that aren't producing goals or assists. For me, I don't think that's good enough.
This is the joy of football, though. It felt so comfortable, and sport and football are the best things in life for completely humbling you and bringing you back down to earth. And we have been brought back down to earth over the last couple of weeks. Look, we were saying Wickham and Rotherham and Birmingham will be easy games. All of them teams have things they're fighting for themselves. Like, they're fighting against relegation. Rotherham turned over someone 3-0 the other night. Was it Bournemouth? No, Middlesbrough. They beat Middlesbrough 3-0, and we know how tough Middlesbrough are. So none of these games will be easy. Look, we're not gonna come up with the answers a few Lakens deep on this stream tonight. But I think my one message would be, keep the faith. We know that Norwich are very, comfortable with turning things around. They've done it before. They'll do it again. And this Norwich team will consistently surprise us.
But right. We've said this time and time again on all of the TNC podcasts, and Watchalong has gone by. Facts don't care about feelings. And here are the facts. We're still top of the league. We've got Emi Buendia coming back for the next game. I think almost a fact is that we've absolutely got the quality to go up to the Premier League. Okay, there's a lot of real strong facts in favour of Norwich City still being in a very good position. I want people to hold me accountable to this, and I'm being very honest and happy to be transparent and show vulnerability here. Pile into me, yeah. If we don't win the next game of football, that's when I think that Norwich City fans have more than a right to be genuinely worried. Because as you said, Jack, I forgot the word that you used. I think you called it a test or something, or a pot or something. I can't remember the terminology you used. It sounded like a science experiment, and I enjoyed it. We have seen a string of games now where
sample size.
We've seen a sample size of games where absolutely Norwich City fans can start to be a little bit worried. We've lost tonight to Swansea. We've lost a big psychological battle tonight. And if Norwich City don't bounce back, I then think we've absolutely got the right to actually be worried. But at the moment, the facts are we are top of the league. We're still top of the league. Swansea have still got to win their game in hand. They're at Man City next, as lovely Amy has said. Yeah. If they go and get absolutely battered against Man City and play some of their first team players because they've not got any backup, that could damage them. It's a long season, Norwich fans. There's 449 of you in here now. It hurts right now. It's easy to be negative. I totally get that. And I understand everyone's frustration. I'm frustrated too. But let's allow ourselves to be frustrated after we lose the next game, for conversation's sake. Because going away to Swansea and losing 2-0 when you're still top of the league and you've built up a buffer, it hurts. It's not easy to say it right now. The facts don't care about feelings. We're still top of the league.
Definitely. I don't think I've got too much to add. We'll be going over, trodden paths if we continue for too much longer. Look, I think feel this tonight, Norwich fans. Really embrace this pain that we're feeling, because when we start battering teams in a few weeks' time, that contrast is so beautiful. We hope.
Do you know what? I really miss wearing my HMS Pistol League hat. We
haven't put it on for 4 games.
4 games without a hat.
It's teasing me. It sits every day.
It's just, it's horrible, isn't it? It really is horrible. Anyway,
I will admit though, I'm kind of glad I didn't have to wear this tonight, because when I was airing my ale, it's basically really high pressure. You have to turn a nozzle to air it, and it went everywhere. There was ale flying up the walls and on my hat, and it was very wet, so it would have moistened my hair this evening. Anyway, Ryan Thompson, once again, you can't win every single game in this division. You're going to lose some. I'd rather have this blip now than in the final 10 games of the season. Ryan, that's the perspective that we all need.
I really like that from Ryan. Jack, another great watch along. Very disappointing result. Sorry that everyone wasn't able to watch a win tonight. But we will be back against Stoke City. 2:50 will be kicking off on Saturday against Stoke City. So make sure you are there for that. Huge thanks for your support tonight. Don't forget to check out all of our sponsors. A massive thank you to them. Jack, any final words?
No, not really. Thanks to everyone for joining us. A disappointing result. Look, we've had a few beers. We've been able to chat to each other. There's more serious things going on in the world right now. I'm fully confident that Norwich will turn this around. I really am. I think we've got a good squad. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. All of the cliches, you can throw them in. It wasn't to be for Norwich tonight. I thought Swansea were good. They will fall at some point this season. So will Brentford. It just matters now who falls the least, I think, and who can weather the punches the best. Thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks to everyone for their super chats. You were all flying in this evening, so great to see. Great to chat with Chris as always. Thanks, mate, and we'll see you again next Saturday for another watch along. Also, a big welcome to all of our Welsh fans. It's great to have you on board.
We are top of the league. Say we are top of the league.